Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Panel Punks with your host, Hikaru, the Cosmic Oni, and
And Veni, a Kojo, the Stoke Gremlin Bounty Hunter.
hell yeah, we read a bunch of comics. There's so much that came out this week.
My head is so full of comic stories, it's about to fucking explode.
Yeah, yeah, my head hurts now.
Before we begin, I want to say that we've had a huge amount of attention from specifically our shorts. A lot of
Yeah,
them got really good views. We got a number of subscribers. So hello, thank you for the support.
thank
Really
you.
appreciate it, and we'll continue to put out some good old comic content in the future.
Yes,
Every week, baby, and mostly every day.
I would like to point out that your mouse is still showing.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Yeah, get rid of that.
It's your little fly friend. That's
Shut the
the
fuck up.
lore.
As long as it's open, the fucking shorts are fine.
This itself is going to be a short, is me pointing it out to you.
Fuck you.
But it feels really good knowing that our hard work is paying off, that
Yeah,
we're
at least a
being
little
persistent.
dividends.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's not gonna be like, oh, we suddenly blow up. No, a lot of the times channels have like that slow grind, slow crawl to like
Hmm.
bigger audiences. It's like we're both VTubers, so it's like we kind of know that ourselves. Was kind of like I started with nothing and now I'm building something. So it's gonna take a bit, but like I'm glad some people give a shit.
You reminded me we're in a cave and we're building something with a box of scraps. We're
Yes.
Tony Stark.
Yes. All right. We have introductions. Want to get to our weekly roundup for the week?
Yeah, yeah, let's do it.
Hell yeah. As a reminder, we are not reading every single thing that came out, just the ones we're interested in, but we are taking care of most of them. So
Hmm.
you will most likely see your favorite on here, at least the important ones. If we don't read something, it sucks. No, I'm kidding.
Well, also they have to take into account we're reading these things like before and day of us recording this.
Yes.
And we both
Yeah,
have
I
like
read them
day
as soon as we get
jobs.
back from comic shop until the time we record. And I have read so much. I've read so
Same.
much stuff.
My head hurts. It's throbbing right
Yeah.
now. I have
Let's
veins.
get into the first topic with Amazing Spider-Man number 20. I need to pull up my notes because
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
So,
Radioactive Spider-Man.
if you haven't caught up with ASM, it's been really weird because they're splitting it off into like two separate like sections because Amazing Spider-Man is a bi-monthly series. They have the ability to be like, okay, well, Spider-Man's in space for half the month. And also here's Norman Osborn as Spider-Man for half the month. And it's like, okay. Um Not really a fan of the Norman Osborn Spider-Man thing. I don't think really anyone is. But he's, especially in this issue, he's just really like monologue-y about like, oh, I'm in pain, and oh, what would Peter do? Blah 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 blah. Like they're really trying to get like, no, he's good now, he's good now. Believe us. It doesn't really work
I don't know
because
why your
like
voice for him is so great though.
because like he's fucking Norman Osborn. He's an evil dude, and I don't
Hmm.
really see him getting a redemption arc because he fucking killed Gwen Stacy and other shit like that. So it's like, come on, man.
Yeah, it's been such a
Um,
weird thing ever since Nick Spencer was like, I'm gonna take the Sin Eater and make him shoot people's sins away. Norman Osborn, you're no longer a bad guy.
yeah, that's the only thing I really like about Nick Spencer's run.
Mm.
Great run. That part. Mm.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's just the Spider Slayers are coming out to get Norman Osborn, and like they're beating the shit out of him in his own like office or whatever. And Aunt May's doing some stuff in the background, and then all the fucking Spider Family shows up, and they fight him, and like sure whatever. One thing I will note. there is two abrupt style changes in this issue.
Oh
So
no.
they had three artists on. Let me get the names of each of them. It's John Romita Jr. for the first one, obviously.
Hmm.
And then there was also like two other artists that I'm like, wait, this isn't his art. What's going on? So the three artists that are credited on the comic is John Romita Jr. And then there's Paco Diaz and Todd Nauk.
Oh, Todd now.
So
Nice.
so it was when they were like it was in like halfway through the book. It was after some like full spread advertisements that was like, oh, this looks completely different. What the and then and then it uploaded it again. And it's like, what? What? I don't know. I didn't really enjoy it. I'm really hoping this shit just ends. I just want to see Peter back. We will see Peter back as Spider-Man like the next few issues. But for now, I don't like this shit. 4 out of 10. Fuck you.
You're so
People
mad
were
about it.
Yeah, because it's like we get it. He's a troubled soul, but did he have to be Spider-Man? Because we see Ben Riley. Ben Riley's in this, and he's like, nah,
Hmm.
I'm done being Peter Parker, and he hangs out with like that Mary Jane clone with him, and he's like, yeah, we're just gonna fuck off now. Lol, he can take care of his own shit. And
Okay.
it's
So
like,
it like meant nothing.
yeah,
I hate
like
that.
like he's just like, yeah, well, whatever. I'm gonna live my own life as Ben Riley instead of Peter Parker. It's like good for him, but he really should have just taken on the Spider-Man mantle for a little bit. Like that would make more sense
Hmm.
because he is Spider-Man. He's a Scarlet Spider. He's a clone. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. But it's like, no, it's Norman for some reason. Okay, sure. Like I get it. You're trying to set up Spider-Versity. It's why Spider-Gwen and Miles are like starting to warm up to him, and it's like, sure, all right. Oh, Orion's in there too. I do like Aranya, but like they're like helping out, and they're like, oh well, haha, you're still a shitty person, but we're here to help you because
Okay.
it's trying to set up like he's gonna be the mentor of the Spider family, and it's like, sure, but I don't care. Give me more Spider-Man in space, please.
Yeah.
At
That stuff
least
look
this
cool.
at least this next arc is going to be really damn good because it's Death Spiral. That's going to be the next big arc for
Yeah.
Spider-Man. We're going to see Carnage, and he brought Carnage specifically. We're going to see Mary Jane Venom. Most
You
importantly,
really don't like that.
we're going to see Peter Parker Spider-Man. And I'm like, just give more of that.
Yeah.
Just give more of that. Stop with this Norman Osborn shit. Like, yes, he's going to be fucking off into his own goddamn spinoff, which is Spider-Versity. But, like, one, no one asked for that. Two, I feel like that's gonna be their reason for not having a Miles Morales on going for a little bit until maybe after Armageddon.
Hmm.
And three, why? Why?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
Weird stuff. I
Anyway,
have a lot of
you're saying.
questions for the Spider editorial room on like what they're doing. Like
Yeah. I don't know.
it's gotta
Death
be
Star's gonna
hell.
be great. I'm sure Death Star's gonna be amazing, but it's like
Hmm.
this current arc is just a lot of people care a lot more, including myself, about the Spider-Man in space thing because that's really cool. You see Rocky Raccoon, and you see like he has a new suit on, the technocracy suit or whatever, the gold guy.
Hmm.
Um, that's what's really cool. And we get to see like little rooms and him like an alien, and we get to see like him trying to fight this big Hellgate dude and little about him. And then the next issue's like, I'm tortured, and I'm Norman Osborn, and I'm Spider-Man, and oh, what will Peter do? And it's like, I don't care. I do not care. Speed things up, please.
For
But yeah,
sure.
fucking 4 out of 10. Moving on.
So I read Rogue. There was a new Rogue book that came out. Rogue
Ooh.
#1. At the start of it, they're fighting this giant mutant possum, and things are crashing down. Apparently, her and Gambit are in charge of this like Louisiana X-Men team with some,
Ooh,
yeah, they got some cool new characters called Death Dream and Ransom. And Death Dream
nice.
has like these shadow powers that are really neat, where he can just like grab people with like a bunch of different shadows. And then Ransom is like he's super strong, but he also has like kinetic absorption because he's like Gambit, power me up, and then he does it, and then he like starts beating people up. So that's pretty cool, and both their designs are really cool. Uh,
Nice.
but anyways, Rogue and them are fighting this giant possum thing, and something's about ready to crash down on this person. She saves this
Mhm.
person, but sees them and is reminded of like a flashback to her Brotherhood of Evil days, and she's like, I don't remember this day of like what's happening here and like why is Sabretooth here. And she starts to remember like all these different things. All of a sudden like Sabretooth is like stabbing people through the hearts and whatnot, and she's like,
Hell
why
yeah.
why am I having this like memory that I don't remember?
Okay.
So she goes to Destiny and Mystique and asks them like
Oh,
what's going on.
Mystique.
Yeah.
She's still around. The blue girl.
Yeah. But the thing is like there is like ramifications from a previous run of what happened to Mystique. Mystique was like trying to, I think she was trying to like destroy all connections to like all her spy stuff because the
Oh.
when we see her in this book, she is like scarred up and old. She is like
Oh.
not in good shape.
Right.
But her and Destiny are together because they're a couple. Uh
Mhm.
and Rogue is like, I need to know what happened.
Is Destiny a
Uh
guy or a girl?
Destiny is a woman.
Okay, because I knew like Mystique was,
Mhm.
I think, bi. So I was like, I wouldn't doubt if she was
There,
like with a girl right
Destiny
now.
is the other parent to Nightcrawler. Mystique is the one
Oh,
who had like the male parts, I think.
interesting.
So yeah, yeah, it's very neat. They did a whole reveal of
Does
that. I
this mean
think like
Mystique is trans?
um in a way maybe. I mean
I
she's
think
just a
I think she's more
shapeshifter.
intersex.
Yeah, I would say that because
Okay.
she just has like the DNA of They also explain that Azazel because they were like Azazel's his dad, and it's like no, it's because she took the DNA from Azazel, and that's why
Right.
he's the way he looks.
Right.
But anyways, Rogue, without even touching like skin to skin on Mystique, she touches her hand and she has like these like really bad flashbacks to everything
Mhm.
and keeps seeing Project Pegasus, Project Pegasus, and Mystique just looks at her and says, "Okay, yeah, we do need to talk about this," and that's where the issue ends. It's like there's some shit that Rogue went through with the Brotherhood of Evil that was so bad that it got suppressed.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, and she's doing it on her own. She
So
told
it's
Remy, she's like, I got to do this on my own.
so it's not just about Rogue. It's about
Hmm.
Rogue leading other X-Men. Interesting.
Or at least they're like calling back to that. I think the X Men book they have do like two different X Men teams. It's Cyclops' team and Rogue's team.
Ah, okay. Cool. All right.
And
Cool.
then what else is next?
Captain America #6.
It's so funny.
Oh yeah, this was really fucking good. So this is during the aftermath of One War Under Doom. There's a
Hmm.
lot of like, because the first arc of Captain America was about Latveria. It was like when he was first being recruited into, I believe, like Shield or the army or something, and they were trying
Hmm.
to uh go do reconnaissance in Latveria and see what Doom's doing and shit. I think this was like right after Doom took over Latveria, so we saw some Doom stuff. But now it's post One World Under Doom. We see like Captain America in like a bar, and he's like drinking and stuff, and like there's some people in the table being like, haha, Doom's down. Well, I got this one dude, he can take over easily. Oh yeah, let's put some money behind that. And Captain
Oh
America's
no.
like, hey, could you guys like fuck off? This Stop that. Stop this shit or I'll beat you up. And then he beats him up in a bar and gets arrested and is sent to jail.
Oh
And
damn.
Tony's like, dude, why are you beating up people in the bar? Captain America's like, I don't know. I'm kind of just lost right now. He's with some girl. I think it's Sharon Carter or whatever.
That would make sense.
Uh, it's some girl. Her name is Sharon, I think, but I think it is like his love interest. I think for, that the MCU is based off of. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't really read much Captain America, so I wouldn't really know.
it would be Sharon.
But yeah, so they're like talking about, oh, I love you, but like, oh, I need to go do a thing, and uh, Sharon's like, oh, I love you too, but you need to this don't betray our relationship like it's we're on the divorce altar. I need you to go out there and save the world. Captain America's like, okay. So he gets recruited. We gets attempted recruited by two different parties.
Hmm.
There's Shield, which Nick Fury Jr., Sam Jackson, Nick Fury's back, baby.
Ooh, nice.
He's trying to get Shield back up, and Cap's hesitant because like the last time Shield was up was when Secret Empire happened, when
Oh yeah.
Evil Steve was kind of in charge, and he's a little worried because like, oh, last time, and Nick was like, no, 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 this is different. This is like a handful of people. It's fine. Trust me. And Cap's like, I feel like you're using me, but I'll think about it. And then General Ross, Red Hulk, calls me. He's like, hey, so we're gonna take over Latveria. You wanna come join us? And Captain America's like, no. Oh, so he ends up going with Nick Fury, and he has a team of people with what characters did they introduce from it? It was like they're setting up like the next arc of like this is the next sort of the next arc. So introduce some people. Yeah, I think it was this one. No, go back. Oh, we do also see the Falcon is in there for a little bit. He's still
Oh
kind of doing
cool.
stuff, but I believe he's on I believe he is on the Avengers books for a bit. He had like his own solo series for a little bit, but like
Hmm.
Captain America's like back basically. Um yeah, so Red Widow was in there for a little bit.
Oh,
It's like
Red
Red
Widow.
Widow
Ooh.
and Joe Ramos, I believe is his name, is in there for a little bit. There's like some ragtag group that's with Nick Fury. And they're like,
Mm.
all right, let's get this shit done. And they start driving. And then they crash. Because Red Hulk shows up and he's like, yeah, it's Hulk smash time because I'm the government. And then it ends. And I'm like, oh,
Oh damn.
okay.
They're fighting the
Um, I,
Hulk.
I will say, the art is really damn good. Like, whoever did the colors, is like so good. I believe it was Romulo Fayado Jr., I think his name is. Sorry for mispronouncing it, but like that guy, beautiful colors, such warm, rich colors, especially in like the bar scene. It's really good. I really like it. And like the scene where he's talking to Sharon, good shit, good shit. Art was just really solid throughout. And so like Chip's doing a really good job with like kind of setting this up. Like I'm wanting to see where this goes because no, it goes fucking places according to solicits. Because like Salvation or whatever is showing up, so it's like yeah, let's see what because it's also gonna lead into Armageddon.
Oh
So it's
yeah.
like it's that and also a Wolverine book that's coming out. I think like next week or the week after. I'm not sure, but like there's a Wolverine book coming out. I'm excited about that. So
Hmm.
7 out of 10. Good shit. Good shit. Good shit.
And speaking of Captain America, I read Aliens versus Captain America number
There's a
3.
reason why I grouped those two
I
together.
figured it was because of that for the synergy. It's so funny because like Nick Fury's also in this book, but it's like OG Nick Fury with the like Howling Commandos and everything. The book does open up with a flashback to Xenomorphs wrecking like the Kree world and just destroying everything. And
Oh
then
jeez.
in the Krees are going like from world to world to world, just taking down all of these Xenos. And some of
Hmm.
the Xenos actually like infected some scrolls, so some of them have shape shifting powers.
Oh.
Yeah, and then it goes back to like present day when Captain Marvel kind of like strolled up on the scene to help out
Hmm.
Cap and everybody at the end of the last issue. And then there's an absolutely crazy scene where it just cuts to like these World War II soldiers in the trenches and they're like, "Where are they? Where are they?" And then it just shows some planes and the planes open up and just hundreds of xenomorphs just drop down
Jesus
on these
Christ.
US soldiers. And then, right after that, a bunch of Kree ships come up and just laser the shit out of them.
Oh my God.
I'm not even kidding. It's like in the same page, like almost the same page or 2 pages. It's
Mm.
absolutely insane. I was just like
Wow.
one after another.
Mm.
But yeah, they're just like killing a bunch of them and everything. Uh, and then there's a scene between Captain Marvel and Fury where they find Baron von Strucker, the person who like caused all this, and
Mm.
Captain Marvel is like, "Oh, he had a glove on. I have a glove of my own, and it's like this torture device glove." And Nick Fury's like, "I think we're gonna be good friends."
Hell yeah.
And then the book ends with them realizing that they had just been put into a trap because the real thing that was happening was that Red Skull fused with an alien queen, so now he's the Red King and has a
Oh.
Hydra and Xenomorph army that's going to attack Normandy on D-Day.
Oh.
Yeah, this book is insane. It's
Jeez.
crazy. So now they got to go to Normandy to prevent losing D-Day against a
Oh.
bunch of xenomorphs and Hydra. It's fucking insane.
It's great. All
Yeah.
right, my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay. So we got Ultimate Black Panther number 24. So this is the first Ultimate book to end. Like
Oh, damn.
this it ended. Like we're done. It was a lot of wrap up. I thought it was gonna be like a big climactic fight with like him finding the consciousness of like the vibranium or whatever. But not really. It's just him being like, I'm gonna talk to you and talk you down, and we're gonna be ready for you because I'm Black Panther and I have Bass with me and shit. And then he just escapes. And
Huh.
it's like, oh, Enon shows up again because she died. Now she's back as like a ghost or something. And they're talking for a little bit, and then after that, we just cut to like Black Panther T'Challa talking to his nation, being like, "Yeah, so we're gonna stop being isolated now. If we want to work together for United Africa, we gotta team up with people. We gotta actually do shit. Cause I got time. I'm the time." And then immediately cuts to him talking with Killmonger, be like, "I don't have time. I'm running out of time.
What?
Take this blade. If I lose control of myself, I need you to kill me. I need you to be the new Black Panther." And Killmonger's like, "You got it."
Well, damn.
Then while Wakanda's like teaming up with all of Africa, they're giving them like resources and parts to like build a better Africa because they are no
Mhm.
longer a people of vibranium. They're a people of strength and unity. Um, a bunch of white guys be racist against the Wakandas, being like, they say, and I quote, this is a real line from this book.
No,
We
no.
can't trust people with the skin color of mud. Yeah, you're right, man. Let's go fuck them up.
Oh
And
my
then ends with the whole
god.
Killmonger scene, and Killmonger says, Wakanda forever. That's it.
Huh.
What happened to the baby? What's gonna happen with the people trying to take down Wakanda? What's gonna happen with Killmonger? We don't know. It's why the whole uh Marvel ending the Ultimate Universe thing kind of sucks a little bit, because
Hmm.
Ultimate Black Panther had a bunch of plot points that could have been going for another 2-3 years,
Yeah.
but they decided, nope, we're gonna end all of it because fuck you. Marvel's gonna Marvel, and instead of having good shit going for longer, they're gonna kill it off, and it's like, come on, man. Like, Ultimate, like, despite me not liking Ultimate X-Men, that thing fucking sells. Ultimate Spider-Man fucking sells. Like, all their books have sold really, really well, and it's like, why do you have to end it? Like, it doesn't seem like it was reaching a natural conclusion, just kind of a hard cut, because editorial wants to do a big shakeup, even though the big shakeup was Ultimate Universe 6160. So it's like, I don't see what they're doing. I'm hoping it's like I know they're ending it. I know they're actually really ending it. But there's a thing in the back of it that's like, what if they just trick everyone to be like, yeah, here's some new number ones.
Yeah.
Lol, sorry for bullshitting you. No, they're just gonna end all of it.
Hmm.
And it sucks because I've been really enjoying these books, and this isn't like me tired of like, oh, all good things come to an end, but what miles to you from the thousand issues? That is the case, yes, but also I understand when a book is going to reach a natural conclusion, and this wasn't it.
Yeah.
No fault against the book itself because the book was really good. Like most Ultimate books, I said like some of Ultimate X-Men, all of Ultimate X-Men, some of Ultimate Wolverine was a little iffy here and there because the whole let's wipe out every X-Men Wolverine thing. Well, there's some issues here and there with some of these Ultimate books. But overall, they were really damn good. And it's like, if DC's continuing absolutely for another fucking 5, 10 years, I can't Marvel, you know? But
Yeah.
that's another point. Ultimate Black Panther, good book. I wish it needed for a little longer because there's still some plot points that go like, what's gonna happen? What? Maybe they'll explain it during Ultimate Endgame. I don't know. But for now, it was good while it lasted. 7 out of 10.
And now for me to cover another X-Man book. Or no, not an X-Man, an X-Force, an Inglorious X-Force. I read Inglorious X-Force #1.
Wait,
Um,
no, you're doing Planet She-Hulk next.
oh, is it? I wrote this wrong. Never mind. Haha, joke's on me. What I have? Oh, I wrote it for the last thing. That's why.
No.
I read things out of order. That's my bad. I should have put it in order.
Well, no. I have things that were because I read it from alphabetical. I put it in
Gotcha.
this way because it's like I'm actually it's a you me sort of thing,
I get you.
where I do one, you do one sort of thing. But yeah, you're doing She-Hulk next.
Okay. So I started reading She-Hulk. I had to catch up because I didn't read the two previous issues. I fucking love this book because it's Big Muscle Woman, and the first issue opens up with like a big splash page of like her about ready to slash something, and it's like rippling abs, and I'm like, ma'am, attack me that way, please.
Yo.
But the book is pretty good so far. Basically, She-Hulk is in charge while Hulk is gone. Hulk was like, "I'm only gonna be gone for 5 days." Has been gone for like 19 days so far in the book, and she's like, "This motherfucker did not stick to his word." And basically, what's happened so far is that she originally was going to go to this wedding to beat the shit out of this monster, and then like kind of uh like how would I word this? She was trying to get this guy to give her a ship by impressing them like with this battle. And while at this wedding, these people called the Thousand Eyes attack. And during the attack, nobody sees it, but this guy named Corbin Blackjaw, who was also there, his wife gets murdered. And then he's like, "No, my wife." And then at the end of like the issue, he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna be king now, cause fuck this, fuck a Hulk being in charge. I'm gonna do
Jesus.
things." So and then once he immediately becomes king, he's like a fucking asshole, and he's treating everybody badly. And it's like, huh? I wonder who killed his wife. Maybe him. It's what it feels like. That's what it feels like right now. Um,
Right.
and then we get introduced to this guy called Quaid, and he's dating this character named Creed's daughter secretly because he's like a blacksmith. Um, there's like different classes on Sakaar, and he's just a blacksmith, so he's not like anybody of value to this guy. So that's why they're like dating in secret. But then
Mm-hmm.
he's like, I'm gonna fight Corvin to see if I can rule because he's being an asshole. And then while they're about ready to fight, the Thousand Eyes come again, and they're like, "We're gonna ruin everything." And we got these things called the Wildabots, and they're these
Oh
like
yeah.
organic giant robot beasts that they're fighting. And
Mm.
then they disappear again. Um, and then Quaid is caught with the daughter, and then they're gonna like kill him. But then Corbin's like, "All right, She-Hulk, we're gonna do it your way. We're gonna have him on trial, but you're gonna be the defender, and your ex Jack of Hearts is gonna be the executioner."
What?
So like the last big splash page is like Jack of Hearts, being the executioner.
Huh.
So and Jack of Hearts is like this. I don't know too much about him. I do know that he died in Avengers Assemble.
Oh,
Like one of the first things, he just gets exploded.
right. That
So,
book. Oh, fuck that
mhm.
book.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
speaking of, I heard that like Armageddon is gonna be on that level of like we're gonna change a
oh,
lot of shit about the
really?
Avengers and shit, and it's like, please don't let it be the same quality.
Yeah.
Don't just kill off characters to keep killing off characters. Like I'm
Don't
gonna
make
trust
Hawkeye
them.
not like this. Not like this. Not like this. That's the
I'm gonna
serious scene.
trust this because I believe Chip Zdarsky is writing it. I'm hoping they don't go to
Yeah.
the same level. Like we're gonna kill off all these characters. Like don't, please, thanks.
Hmm.
But speaking of characters that will not be killed off, trust me. Fantastic Four #7. So this is a bit of a filler story from what I've read. From this. So last issue was the start of this arc called the Invincible Woman. They're bringing Malice in for some reason, maybe Marvel rival synergy. I'm not sure, but
Yes. That's for
gonna have her
sure.
fight and shit. And at the start of this issue, we kind of see the end of the last issue, like, oh, Goddess is telling us to find Sue Storm and bring her to him. And it's like, okay, well, we're gonna go to space now. But what about the kids? The kids like, no, we'll be fine here. You just go off on your little adventure. We'll take care of things over here. And they're like, all right, well, Alicia, watch over them. Bye. And so they kind of fuck off. And they're all like they're just chilling one day. They're just kind of going down the street, and then the fucking Mad Thinker shows up. He's like, "Aha! I have planned this for years. I know that the Fantastic Four have gone, but I planned this, and I also planned all the characters that you're gonna bring in to protect them, because like each of the Fantastic Four, before they left to space, they
Hmm.
went to like a bunch of their friends. Like Sue Storm went to Black Cat, which is really cool seeing like Black Cat in there because her and Sue Storm had like a one-off issue a few issues ago. I think it was like issue 4 or 5, I think. Um, but they had like a little story together, so it's like, oh, we're really for you, Sue Storm. And Sue Storm's like, yeah, can you protect my kids? Thanks. And she's like, oh, I'm great with kids. Wait, I don't think I've been with kids before, but I assume I'm great with kids.
Oh my God.
Um, and then Johnny Storm goes to this guy. I don't recognize him. But he's a friend of his. Big dude, big buff dude. And he's like, yeah, I want you to protect my kids. And he's like, anything for you, man. But the thing is, the narrator for this, and he's like, well, while all these guys doing their thing, I went on my lunch break, and then we went off into space. And so, uh, when the kids are being attacked by Mad Thinker, they bring in people like Sue Storm and that guy, and Wolverine and Captain Marvel. What?
Huh?
What? Huh? Why? And I think he's like, haha! I planned this exact moment because I have robots that adapt to all the weaknesses. And it's like, oh, okay. But then the thing is like, I planned for this. As well as beating up dudes, I went to some super villains like 8 Ball Man. Yes, 8 Ball Man is in this.
Oh no.
Uh, or 8 Ball Head. I don't know. The guy with the 8 ball on his head.
I just know his
And he
name is Eight
like,
Ball.
and he took some other characters, and he was like, "Hey, instead of putting you in jail, how about you do me a favor?" So they get like lunch at a bar, and they're like, "Yeah, do me a favor. Can you protect my kids?" And so they show up and they're like, "We're gonna stop him." And thing was like, "What the fuck? I did not prepare for this." And so he gets beaten up by 8 Ball Man.
That's
And
awesome.
so afterwards, he's like, okay, kids, now that we know that you can protect yourselves, I got something to show you. So they go like the Baxter building or whatever. And like, as you can see, we've dealt with like dealing with superhero technology and stuff like that, and
Mhm.
we made a secret little space that none of you knew about, where we have a bunch of like counterfeit like power armor, like Iron Man armor and other gadgets, and an Ant-Man suit. And she opens the door and shows up. It's like, so which stuff do you want? And then Frank is like, "Oh my God, yes, everything."
I would be like that too.
So I guess we may have them power up with Iron Man and Ant-Man suits and
Ooh,
stuff. That'd be cool.
that would be
It just
cool.
ends. It's kind of a filler issue because I don't really see much, if anything, about the Galactus thing and Malice. It's just what are the kids doing? So it's like I felt a little underwhelmed because I was wanting a little more about what's going on. Because the
Hmm.
cover literally shows Sue Storm and it says "Find Sue Storm." So we're thinking, okay, no, it's a Mole Man, not Mole Man, Mad Thinker,
Uh,
and him endangering the kids. Oh, okay, sure. So I put it as a 5 out of 10 because I'm like, maybe next issue we'll see some stuff. I was a little underwhelmed by it.
hmm. I
But
read. This is going to be. I don't have much to say about Psylocke Ninja because it was so ass. I'm not going to lie. It was really bad. Like, it is a book that you have to know what was happening earlier because it opens up with like just a bunch of shit happening where it's like Psylocke and
uh-huh.
her team. It's like Havoc and who else is it? It's Havoc, it's Colossus, and like another character. I can't remember who it was, but they're all like, "Oh no, we're in danger!" And Psylocke saw a vision that we're gonna die. So what's she gonna do? She's gonna open up a portal to send us back in time.
What?
And yeah, I that's what happens at the start of the book, and then it goes to Psylocke wakes back up as the Asian lady, or she just like it's back to the origin story of who Psylocke is.
Uh-huh.
So it's like just re-explaining everything, but in the most boring ass fucking way, where it's like this guy is beating up these people, and it's like dialogues and dialogues and dialogues of text, and I'm like,
So
this
the
is
end
the
of Superwoman tomorrow. Got it.
no, this is actually like bad. This is like
It's
actually
even
like
worse.
that's actually good. I would
I
argue.
didn't like the final issue because there's a bit of exposition. It's like, okay, we get it, dude. Stop with these and Dallas Tom Gang.
This is like nothing information.
My
It is
God.
just it's so bad. Like I all it is just them expounding and stuff and being like and then this and then this and then and I'm like I don't care about any of like what was happening. Why is this happening? I don't understand what is happening now. Like it just is like I guess going back to the origins of Psylocke and being like this is her and we're gonna use her as a weapon for the hand and the issue ends with Elektra being found in like a block of ice being thawed out by some person and I'm like
Huh?
I don't give a shit about any of this.
They're
There's
gonna
the
drop it after this issue?
100%. I hated this. I hated everything about it. The art wasn't
Hmm.
good either. Like I just didn't it didn't have anything to hook me onto because it's just
Yeah.
like so much shit happening at the start that I don't know. They they barely explain anything. They don't even explain like well enough what's happening to the other X-Men. It's just like we're only focusing on Psylocke and who gives a shit about what happens to everybody else. I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, well, it would have been kind of cool to see if like where these other characters go, but I guess we're just gonna focus on her. So
Yeah.
it was just bad. It was just
It kind
really
of
bad.
reminds me of when I read X-Men Age of Apocalypse? No, Revelation. Some X-Men book with Simon DeMeo's art in it. I forget what the name is, but it was a recent book.
Age of
And
Apocalypse, I think.
was it Age?
It was like a
No, Age of
newer Age
Apocalypse
of
was like
it's a newer Age of Apocalypse, I think.
okay. But it was like it was that because I was like, who are these characters? Why are they fighting? Oh, what? Oh, he's a father of or son of this guy. Oh, and they go back in the is exiles again. What's going on? So I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So like, I kind of get that.
Oh, X-Men of Apocalypse, I think that's what it was.
X of Apocalypse, that makes sense. But yeah, I totally get that. Where you're reading the thing, it's like, what's going on? Oh, I don't get it.
It
It's
was
kind of boring.
it was
What?
just really like out of left field like what was happening with anything. I'm like okay, we're gonna pick up here, and then it's like, nope, we're gonna take like a left turn, go back to the past, and
Hmm.
redo everything that we already know about Psylocke. And I'm like, okay, this is really boring, and I don't care about any of it.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So 0 out of 10 for me.
As for me, I read Spider-Man 94 number 5, the final issue in the Spider-Man 94 series.
Oh, really?
It's wrapping up his arc with Morlun and Kane, where like they made Morlun to be like this immortal guy that has to eat spider totem or not spiders, regular totems, like animal totems to survive. And one of his identities is currently Ezekiel Sims, who's like the part of the Sims Foundation, and like he wants
Mhm.
to create this energy source, but it's gonna kill a lot of people and make them mindless. And so like Kane transforms into this like weird green Hulk dude, and he
What?
wants to kill Morlun, but then like before Craven shows up, because like do you remember the episode in Spider-Man 94, or, like the original series, where like Craven shows up and like he's infected with some virus and like gets cured by it, including his wife with like the injection or whatever, and then they live happily ever after off somewhere else.
I don't remember that
Well,
actually.
his wife died because the injection killed her. And so Craven has nothing left to fight for, and so he's going on his final hunt.
Oh, they're
You know,
drafting a
his
last hunt. Oh no.
yes, he's to go on his last hunt to kill Morlun or whatever. Because he doesn't want to kill Spider-Man. Like
Mm.
they were running it like, oh, he's gonna kill Spider-Man. He's like, no, dude, we're fine. You saved me before. Remember that issue? Remember that episode? No, I'm
Yeah.
gonna kill this Moreland dude. And so they take it to the streets and fight, and Kane's gonna kill Moreland, and he's like, no, what are you doing? Don't kill him. It's number one rule in Spider in heroology. Don't kill people, no matter what. And so like Moreland's like, okay, I'm gonna absorb you now, Peter Parker. And so he like takes his hand, like kind of mind melds with him, and it's like, oh, I have memories of fucked up trauma. Well, I'm gonna fight back by giving you memories of my happy childhood, and also Uncle Ben's death and all of my shit, because life can be better than just killing your father. And the Moreland's like, oh shit, yeah, you're right. No, it was Moreland doing that, not Kane. And Moreland's like, "Oh shit, you're right." And Kane's like, "Yeah, maybe we shouldn't do this anymore." And so they kind of merge together. And Peter Parker's like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Oh, we're not killing each other. We're just agreeing with one person. You showed us
Interesting.
the error of our ways. We're gonna fuck off now. Bye." And so he just leaves. And Peter Parker's like, "Huh."
Okay.
And Craven's like, why didn't you fucking kill them? You had the opportunity. And Spider-Man's like, I don't fucking kill people, dude. So then we cut to Spider-Man and Mary Jane's house. Mary Jane knows Peter Parker Spider-Man. She's known for a while now.
Mhm.
And she tells Peter. And Peter's like, what? What? He's going to try to hide. He's like, no, you deserve to know. But like, I just didn't want you in danger. And Aunt May's like, well, Peter, I know for a while I worry about you, but I also know you do a lot of good in this world. And then Mary Jane's mom, the big lady's like, yeah, I'm sorry too. I know you're a good person, Peter. And Peter hugs her, and then you make up and stuff, and it's like, oh, that's great. And since Peter Parker married Mary Jane in the cartoons, but the Mary Jane was a water-based clone,
Mhm.
shocker, I'll find you to the face of the earth or something like that.
You.
Um, they marry secretly, and Aunt May is the officiator, and
Aw.
so they marry for realsies
Let's
in
go.
secret, and then like, okay, we're off on our honeymoon, and Aunt May's like, well, there's one more thing you can do for me before you leave, and he's like, anything for you, and she's like, well, it's not a favor for Peter. It's a favor for Spider-Man, the Final panel. It's a full spread. It's Spider-Man carrying Mary Jane and Aunt May swinging through the city.
Oh, that's cute.
And then it ends with them going, okay, that's the end of the book. You want more? Right to our office.
Yeah.
Bye! And it's like, that's it? Why couldn't this been a fucking TV series?
I mean, they got 97 for X-Men. Why can't we get like a sequel to the Spider-Man one?
I don't know, but
I
like,
wanted that for so long.
it was fun and all. It wrapped up things pretty succinctly in like Ultimate Black Panther.
Hmm.
But I kind of wish there was more to this. First off, if they're going to have another 94 series, get rid of the art. Art needs to go. Because the biggest complaint that I saw about the series was the art's bad. The faces are
Hmm.
so ugly. Like, if you've seen any screenshot of like Peter Parker in this series, it's so bad. The faces are so bad. Everything else is fine. Like the colors are pretty decent. The line art's pretty decent. Just we need someone with better faces. He just looks really ugly. All the
Yeah,
characters look fucking ugly, but that's beside the point.
that's one of the
Um,
reasons why I didn't read it. I was like, that art doesn't appeal to me.
it doesn't, but the writing is good enough to where I don't mind it as much.
Okay.
And I do feel like, yeah, it should have been a TV series. 7 out of 10 was good, but I wanted more from it, you know.
Okay.
But when one thing ends, another thing begins because
Yeah.
Inglorious X Force.
Inglorious X Force. Now I can finally talk about it.
Yeah.
So Inglorious X Force. It opens up with Cable. He's time sliding. He's doing his time sliding stuff. He's going in. He's gonna go save the first mutant president, and he fucking fails. He time
Huh?
slides. He fails. He fails at saving the first mutant president. And then he time slides back and he's like, shit, I fucked up. And then he's like, where am I? I'm years back, but after I've already established X Force. Looks on his arm, sees a message on his arm with new teammates' names. He has like Swiss cheese memory. So he's like, I don't remember everything. So he's gonna go recruit people. His first person he recruits is Archangel, who's like trapped in his CEO life, and he's like, I
Hell
fucking
yeah.
hate this. This is awful. He
Is that
sneaks.
the guy with the wings from the X-Men movie?
Yes,
Hell
but he
yeah.
has the ability to become Archangel like on will. Like
Oh.
it's interesting because Archangel is like a form that he acquired by becoming like a horseman of apocalypse. So I'm like,
Ah.
how does he do that? That's such an interesting thing. Uh, So he gets snuck up on by Cable and he attacks him with his Archangel powers and he's like, you see, Warren, you put up a show as Angel, but as Archangel, that's who you truly are. You want to kill people." And then he's like, "Okay," and he joins the team. And then we see Helverine, who I didn't know who fucking Helverine is. He's going and killing people in
That's the
Japan.
Ghost Rider guy, isn't he?
Um, He is a flame-headed Wolverine-looking guy. Who is
Yes.
Dawkins? It's Wolverine's son, his half-Japanese
Oh.
son. I didn't know it was Dakin. I say it Dakin. Other people call him Dawkins. I will always firmly say Dakin. Dakin is how I want to be calling him.
Dawkins sounds better to me, but go on.
I like Dakin. I don't know. It just sounds better in my head. But anyways, he looks at him and he's like, "Yeah, you're gonna be on my team," and takes him too. And then we go to a construction site, and Boom Boom is there, and she's like destroying things, and she's living a good life. And
Mhm.
and Cable is like, "Do I need to convince you to do?" And she's like, "No, like I actually want to go with you. Fucking like doing all this shit sucks. I hate living like an easy life."
Oh,
It's really funny because he's like, "Do you need to grab anything?" She's like, "No, you probably have my suit back at the base. I could just leave everything." I'm just like, "Damn,
right.
Boom Boom, you're awesome." So then they're all as a team and they're getting like debriefed and they're like, "We're gonna go fight this young rebellious mutant like mutant rights group, uh, and then they fight them. But Miss Marvel is like there on the scene first, and then they
Oh,
arrive and they beat up all these people, and
wait, is
then
Miss Marvel on the team?
let me reveal something to you because this is big.
Okay.
So, uh, Miss Marvel is like, "Oh, are you gonna try and recruit me?" And then like all of a sudden, Cable's like, "Madam President," and it's revealed
Huh?
Miss Marvel was the future president Cable failed to save, and is
What?
yeah, and he's going to like recruit her onto the team to like kind of have all of these different members be like her bodyguards. And she's like, let me think about it. They go back to the base, and there's sexual tension between Boom Boom and Dawkins, like immediately.
Uh-huh.
And then Cable's alone. And he's like, well, none of them know that one of them is the one who killed Kamala, and I'll find it out, but I just don't remember who. And then sniper scope perspective closes in. Domino is spying on Cable at the end, and
Oh, Domino! Yeah, she's
yeah,
like the best part of Deadpool 2.
yeah, and they used to date apparently, her and Cable. So, and that's the end of
Nice.
the book. Is just revealing that she's there. So I don't know if she's an enemy or if she is helping out or
So is
whatever.
Miss Marvel a part of the team?
Not officially yet. I
Is
think
she like a mainstay in the book?
she wasn't shown on the covers or anything. It was revealed in this book to me. I was like, oh shit, Miss Marvel's in this book apparently, and
Hmm.
apparently she's gonna be part of this team, and apparently in the future is gonna be the president. That's the first mutant president.
Interesting.
Yeah, very very cool and interesting stuff.
Well, speaking of characters that were in the Avengers, I think Miss Marvel was in the Avengers.
What a segue.
Ah,
Yeah, she was in
uh,
the Avengers.
New Avengers. Mm, mm,
you don't,
mm.
you don't like this book.
Every issue just gets fucking worse and worse by the day, and I stopped to think, why am I reading this? Oh, yeah, it's because of Eddie Brock Carnage. That's it.
Hmm.
If Eddie Brock Carnage was not in this book, I would have dropped this faster than Secret Six. Because this book was kind of bad. So the basic gist of New Avengers, because we haven't talked about this on podcast,
Hmm.
is there was an evil group of clones of the Illuminati called the Kill Illuminati, and
So
it comprises all
August.
the original Illuminati members. So it's like Reed Richards, Doctor Strange, Tony Stark, all that shit, right?
Hmm.
And but they're like twisted versions of themselves, and they're like evil. And it was revealed a little bit ago that Black Widow was recruited by the Killuminati to help them create the Killuminati.
What?
And so, last issue, uh, it ended with Winter Soldier, Bucky, being like, "Okay, I know you are. I found out you aren't actually the traitor. I love you so much, Natasha." And she's like, "Sure." Shoots you in the stomach. He's like, "Ah, what the fuck?" So this issue, we wake up to him naked except his underwear, and Natasha in her underwear, and she's like, "Hey, so I need you to tell me what's going on. What's going on?" And Bucky's like, "Oh, well, I thought you were the traitor, but you weren't." And Black Widow's like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna inject myself with True Serum." Shoots herself. He's like, "Okay, here's what I know. It was me the whole time, but
Oh shit.
it's this sleeper agent in me because um I was recruited by Tony Stark because there's like someone hacking into a bunch of shit. And I talk with a bunch of other people, and there's this traitor that's like doing stuff, and it could have been someone who flew that was maybe a cyborg, but no, it was all me. And but I'm not evil, I swear. But like we need to find out this other woman. They call it the other woman. I need to find out what this other woman is capable of. And so the final few pages is them ransacking a Osaka base because a few issues ago it opened with a giant crater in Osaka.
Oh.
So we know that some shit's gonna happen. This is before the crater because it's out at war for some reason.
Oh,
Still
weird.
like uh, going out and they're gonna attack this place. But all the team apparently knew off screen that it was Black Widow all along because they referred to like, oh, is the other woman in the room right now with us? And so they know. But it's like, but, but, we get some Eddie Brock Carnage time. We get some Eddie Brock Carnage time because there's a few panels where we see Carnage. He's like, okay, can you eat them already? Can you kill them already? This is what we're here to do. And he's like, shut the fuck up. And Carnage's like, no, you shut the fuck up. I'm tired of playing fucking good guy. Let's kill some people. Come on, come on. And he's like, fine, I guess. And then it ends them fighting some beast clones.
Okay.
That's it. 4 out of 10. I can't wait for this fucking series to end.
You seem to have been just not enjoying this at all.
No! Legitimately, the only reason why I'm reading is because of Eddie Brock Carnage. The rest has just been a lot of mid.
Did they
And
explain why they even called it New Avengers? Is it only because of the movie?
yes.
I hate that.
Because, oh, a lot of these characters are like rejects. Haha, we're some sort of New Avengers or something. I think it was like Black Widow who wanted the team to be called New Avengers or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, it's just a nothing burger of a series. And I think it was only really made to have synergy with the movie. But it's been going
Mhm.
on for so long that they're like, okay, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, we killed off Eddie Brock Carnage series for this? Like, I'm not trying to be ungrateful because we know Eddie Brock Carnage is coming back in
Mhm.
Death Spiral, and he's gonna be the bi-weekly in Spider-Man, the latest Spider-Man series, because it's gonna be Spider-Man Carnage. That's
Mhm.
great and all, but legitimately, if it wasn't for Eddie Brock Carnage, I would have dropped this so fucking fast.
Yeah.
Because I mentioned Secret Six because it is a very similar series, a bunch of who the fuck do I care characters. Plus John Kent, uh, so much
Our
random shit.
King, John Kent.
Yeah, but it's like it's a bunch of shorty characters coming together and like, oh, one of us is the traitor and blah blah blah. New
Mhm.
Avengers that, but for Marvel,
Yeah.
which is a bunch of like disjointed characters being like, oh, I just have this really big group, but oh, who's the traitor? Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I didn't like it, and I'm only really here for Eddie Brock Carnage, and as soon as he fucks off, we're done. But it's ending in 2 issues, so maybe something big will happen. I don't know.
Okay.
But
Well,
yeah, it sucks. But seeing stuff that hopefully does not suck.
Daredevil and Punisher, the Devil's Trigger. This series is okay so far. Like,
Who wrote it?
uh, let me see who's writing it actually
It
right now.
wasn't Saladin Ahmed, was it?
No, I don't
Okay,
think
good, because
so.
he wrote a terrible Daredevil run from what I've heard.
Who's writing it right now? Jimmy Palmiotti. So,
Okay.
guy who writes a lot of Jonah Hex and sometimes some Harley Quinn stuff. So,
I wonder if he's gonna have a new Jonah Hex series.
I don't know. It would be kind of cool. But this book's been all right. Basically, it just opens up with Daredevil trying to protect this crime family guy, and he fails because Punisher is like, I'm gonna reenact the scene from season 2 of Daredevil where I'm gonna tape you up, or no, I'm gonna chain you up, and then you're gonna have the gun in your hand, and you gotta choose to shoot me or or don't shoot me, and then he kills the guy anyway because it's revealed that the gun in Matt's hand is empty, and he was never going to give him any option at all. He was just going to shoot this guy anyway.
Oh.
Yeah, even though this guy is innocent, by the way, he's being like framed for something. The only reason
Uh,
that Punisher wants to kill him is because he's like affiliated with mobs and shit. He doesn't ask questions or anything. He's just like, I'm gonna kill him. And
uh,
Matt's just like, well, what the fuck, dude? And then it's shown that Matt's like drawn like uh he's like up in ropes and stuff in this warehouse, and Punisher put him there for a reason because like all these other different mob people go there to meet, and it's people that Matt put away but are now out of jail. And he's like, oh, he just fucking did that to like rub it in my face to say that like the system is broken. That fucker. But how do you know they were gonna be here? And then the next issues are um, Punisher like rubbing it again. Like the second issue was him just basically doing the same thing where he's like, your thing doesn't work. And then the newest one, what happened was is that Daredevil was going to find this guy called Rancid Randy, and he's like ransacking uh this like club, and he
Isn't
finds.
Rancid Randy the name of one of the guys from Exquisite
I
Corpses?
put this here for a reason, and no, it's not. It's not Rancid Randy. It's Rascal Randy. So I
Okay,
was
because
like,
I was like, that's the bunny guy, right?
yeah, no. I specifically had to focus on that because I was going to bring that up. Uh,
Okay.
but not the same Randy. But anyways, Punisher goes in there. He's trying to kill Randy, and Daryl's like, "No, don't do that. We're gonna put him through the court system." He's like, "Have you not been fucking listening to me for the last two issues? That your system does not work." And then he beats the shit out of Punisher. Punisher leaves. A bunch of FBI agents show up, and they're like, "Hey, Randy is actually an undercover FBI agent that is working with us. He's not an actual
Oh.
mob person. So you need to tell Punisher to fuck off." And he's like,
Hmm.
"I can't tell him to do anything. He's the fucking Punisher. He doesn't listen to me."
He does whatever he wants.
Pretty much. And then previous issue, Matt had called up Misty Knight to try and get some help.
Ooh.
And
She was in Miles Morales for a little bit.
she's really cool. But in this issue, they're like having dinner at this Chinese place, and these guys come in, and apparently Misty had some kind of like run in with them, and they have like a shootout. And by the end of it, they just beat the shit out of them. And then Matt looks at her and he's like, "I need to ask you a favor, and this is a big one. Can you set up a civil meetup between Punisher and Daredevil? Because I know that you know Punisher." She's like, "I guess," and that's where the issue ends.
She just goes, yeah, I guess.
She's like, "I'll do my best." So
That's really
it's
funny.
been okay. I think the art out of anything is really good. Gabrielle Guzman, it's pretty good. It's
For a second, I
it
thought Marco Cicchetto was drawing it, but no, he's drawing
no.
the covers only for the Punisher series that's coming out soon.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
Uh, but speaking of comics that is really only good for the art, Hulk smashes everything. Number two. So this is a bit of like a it's out of continuity because Doctor Strange is still Sorcerer Supreme. So this is not going continuity with anything else.
Ah, okay.
It's like a limited series written by Ryan Orth, and I'll briefly touch on the first issue because it's like Hulk angry at a bunch of heroes trying to kill me and I smash them. But no, it turns out it was some fucking clone guy, a clone Doctor Strange with a big head. I think he's blue or green or something, and he's like, yes. He's under my control now, and then Hulk finds him and he beats him up, and he's like, "Oh fuck, I'm going to send you to the past now." So he sends him to the prehistoric Earth where the dinosaurs are there, but the asteroid's coming. And the asteroid blows up everything with the Hulk in it.
It's
But
coming.
somehow the Hulk survives that with a bunch of burn marks. I don't know if this was like explained like Immortal Hulk because he's immortal or something. I don't read Hulk, so I don't really know
Mhm.
how he survived that. Because
He just
pre-Immortal
has
Hulk,
the best like healing factor. He didn't just never die.
yeah, but like pre-Immortal Hulk, I feel like he would have died. But he's still
Yeah.
alive, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so angry," and he smashes a bunch of rats. These rats were supposed to be the ancestors of humanity, and so he kills all of them and creates a time paradox.
Oh
And
no.
so the doctor's like, "Oh shit, get on the time platform. We're going back." And so he like fights Hulk for a bit, and he's like, "Okay, you stupid brute, I'm going to take you somewhere that you will never escape from, the inside of a black hole." And so it ends with Hulk being sucked into a black hole.
Yo, Hulk's getting sucked at the end of the issue. I mean, damn.
Speaking of genitals, so in the post like asteroid hitting Hulk,
um,
you can see his balls. So like he's
what?
naked, right?
What?
And
You need to send me
and
this. What? Please
let me
send.
see if I can take let me see if I can take a picture of this really quick. Because like yeah, I have the issue right here. You
Yeah,
can
cause
very clearly see like the outline of his ball sack. Yeah, so like the first few pages is like a bunch of like
why didn't this
spreads
hit the
and shit,
news like the
right?
Bat Dick did when Batman Damn came out?
Dick.
It was the balls and dick.
What was that from?
That was from Batman Damned, which that was a good book. It's a really
Okay.
good book.
So I'm gonna send you this. This could be a short. I don't know. I'm gonna send you
For sure.
this. I swear to God. Tell me that isn't his fucking balls.
Yeah. That's his freaking balls right
That's
there.
his ball sack.
That's so weirdly like, oh my god, the way it's silhouetted too,
Yeah,
because it's in front of the leg too. You can see that, right? Like there's a more shadow there than usual.
but that's clearly his balls hanging out.
But
Come
where's his
on.
penis? It's hugging his
Probably
leg.
rock hard or growing on a shower. I don't know.
It's hugging his leg. The editor's like, Hulk, you gotta hide your penis in the silhouette. He's like, I'm trying.
I don't know, but I'm really only reading it for the art now because like the it's
hmm
a bunch of weird scenarios he gets in. Oh, he's in dinosaur land. Oh, he's in a black hole, and it's like there's not really like a story that's like weaving it all together. So I'm really just here for the art.
hmm
6 out of 10. It was okay. I'll read more of it because like the art's really good, and I want to see how he gets out of a fucking black hole. What the fuck? Like it's okay. It's not like essential reading, but like it's good.
Yeah.
But speaking of things that probably isn't essential reading, Black Panther Intergalactic. I had no idea what was going on in this book because like T'Challa's in this like weird planet that's like un not uninhabited but like unmarked by like maps.
hmm
Uh and the last issue was like, "Oh my god, it's Dr. Octopus." No, it's a clone of T'Challa with Dr. Octopus's cells? So and I wrote this down. They call him, and I'm not kidding here, Otto Gunther Blacktavius. That is his actual name. And I'm like, you are so glad you're written by a black writer, or else I would fucking complain.
Okay, yeah, that helps. Who's writing it?
Who is writing it?
Cause
Let
yeah,
me
if that was anybody else, I'd be concerned.
uh a pull list.
I see it.
Uh
Victor Lavelle or
Victor Laval,
Lavalle.
yes. Yeah, he's a black writer.
Okay,
My Black
good.
Panther. But I was like, huh?
This cover.
Blacktavius? Really? That's kind of
Oh,
weird,
oh my
man.
God, this cover covering him up too. They couldn't show him on the cover.
What?
The audio Octavius person that you were talking about.
Oh yeah, because they wanted it to be like, oh, is it? Is it
Is it
Otto
really him?
Octavius? It's not. It's this fucking clone guy.
That's
Um,
yeah, oh my God.
but it also has like Shuri talking to this kid. This kid's like, well, my father, he's like a pretty big scientist guy, but he was banished with Wakanda. And they're like, okay, we gotta go rescue T'Challa. And then it cuts to a clone of T'Challa with like some advisor, I believe, in
Huh?
like Prime Wakanda, because Wakanda's a planet now in Prime Wakanda, and he gets transported into like the realm where Bax is at, and
hmm
the clone of T'Challa's like, where am I? And Bast's like, you know where you are. I'm Bast. You're Black Panther. You've been here before. And she like pounds on him, and she's like, wait a second. You are him? You're not him. What the fuck is going on? And then Charles like, no, I am him, but I'm not him. And so they have a little back and forth. I don't remember how it ends because I'm just kind of lost. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, that seems like there's a
Um,
lot of shit going on.
there's like three separate like arcs together. I'm just like, what?
hmm
There's a bunch of T'Challa clones, and it's like, what? I'll still read it. I'm intrigued to see where it goes, but 5 out of 10. I
Yeah.
hope it gets better to where I'm like, oh, now I understand what's going on. It has not happened yet.
Now, something that we're both excited for to talk about
Yeah,
Wiccan, Witch's
yeah.
Road number
Wicked
2.
Witch's Road.
We both read this because, gay.
I wrote in one of my notes, why is Wiccan kind of cute?
I wrote
Like
in my
when he
notes.
gets his like
Mm-hmm.
outfit from Baba Yaga,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, wait, why is he kind of cute though?
Because of the longer hair, he looks really hot with it.
Yeah, you want to recap?
Yeah, so recap of what was happening is that they crashed. We didn't talk about what was happening, right? In our first episode, we didn't recap
No.
what was going on. Okay, so basically, this takes place after what was it? Empire. Takes place after Empire and a bunch of stuff from
You
King
mean
in Black.
Imperial?
Am I? No. Oh, did they have it a thing that happened in Imperial as well?
Yes.
Okay, there was Imperial stuff because I know that it mentions stuff from Empire because Empire is the event where Teddy became the like Space King, and that's where
Oh,
like
yeah,
the Kree and the Skrulls
yeah.
came to like a peace agreement. But I guess like since that time, that's become like uh
Imperial fucked that up.
yeah, that completely fucked that up. And now they're back on Earth. They crash landed, and uh Teddy is like, I got fucked up. I can't heal that good. And Billy's like, I can't use my fucking magic. Why can't I use my fucking magic? And then
Mhm.
they run into the Baba Yaga. They were like in the woods and stuff, like trying to figure shit out because a bunch of monsters were going on. And then ran into Baba Yaga. And at the end of the issue, she had like beheaded Billy, and she had frozen Teddy in like
Yeah,
wax.
like a thing of sludge.
Yeah. At the start of the issue, this new one, we get like a lore drop of what like the demiurge is, and it's basically just like a witch or sorcerer that's like of the earth. It's like really, really, really fucking powerful, and it like takes and chooses who to use as its like vessel. And Wiccan was the vessel, but because he left Earth, he like lost the powers because of that, because he wasn't
Yeah.
here, which is what Baba Yaga explains. And she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna give you a new costume." And she gives him that awesome costume with the sword and long hair, and it makes me want to make out with him. But anyways, besides
Yeah,
that,
me too.
she gives him a bunch of like different items to use, and then she's like, "Hey, like here's my fox guide." Blah 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 blah, because we can't say their name
Yeah, I was like reading the comments, like, why is his script? Oh, it's
because
yeah,
like in magic stories usually names carry a lot of power, so when you steal somebody's name it strips them of their power, so
yes,
that's why that's like a common thing that happens. So I'm wondering who this fox is that they brought up. They're probably going to bring it up later. But then they also turned Teddy into a little puppet, so there's like this little hulkling puppet that that Wiccan is carrying around.
yeah,
Uh, so then they're off on the witch's road, which leads them to this town that's taken over by like Roxxon and is also being like attacked, and all these people are like dead and shit. And then Fing Fang Foom appears, and then they fight
yes,
Fing Fang Foom for a little bit.
yeah.
Um,
I was like, oh shit, he's
yeah.
actually in this because I have the cover of Wicked with Fin Fang Foom, and I'm like, is
Hmm.
this just like a, oh, he's fighting some random dude? No, he's in the comic. And I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah, and Billy uses one of the items. It's like this little gourd that was able to suck up the fire to be like, "Hey, Fing Fang Foom, I still have magic. See, I'm tricking you." And
like so
then,
it's like fire or whatever.
mhm. And then he's like, "I'm the demiurge," and then this child appears. He's like, "No, I'm the demiurge," and then that's the end of the issue.
I have a feeling the fox is going to be the actual demiurge because I read some of
Maybe.
the solicits for later issues, and it's like they may be fighting them,
Oh, okay,
something like
interesting.
that. But I think the entire like series is like out on solicits, so
Oh,
it's
I
like
don't want to read any of it because I want to be surprised.
yeah. But
I'm liking it so
I'm
far.
surprised at like 5 issues. It's like
Hmm.
okay,
We
we'll see
need
where it
like a
goes.
I kind of want to read the one-offs in the shorter series with them in it now to kind of like catch up on their story because it's not a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. I would like to see these two more often.
Was he in the last Pride issue?
Um,
Because I
I
have
don't
the Pride issue
I
like
don't
with
know if
me.
they were. I'd have to read through it again. It was a lot of Avengers Academy characters because that was kind of like the newer Pride stuff. They did advertise this book though. That is one thing I liked about the Marvel Pride issue a little bit more than the DC one. Is at the end of it they were like, "Hey, check out these books that are like going to go on or are currently going on that are written by Pride like affiliated people or have like Pride characters." And I'm like, that's so cool.
Mhm.
It's unfortunate that DC didn't have that at the end. It was like a huge amount of stories, but like, you know, where is it advertising these books that you can go read that have these characters in them?
Yeah.
But it was really good. I'm
But
liking Wiccan.
looking kind of cute though.
We agree.
I rated it a 7 out of 10. But speaking of characters with guys in it,
you, you,
Titans
the Titan.
31.
You should have been like speaking of like mythology and magic.
I was gonna say
Titans.
speaking of characters, the cute guys, but I'm like, no,
You don't
there's not really
think
anyone that I'm attracted to from Titans.
you're not attracted to Nightwing with his
I'm not
awesome
attracted to Nightwing.
ass?
I know he has DC's best ass, but it's
It's
like
true.
it's
Nobody can compete with his ass. He's literally like working it out all the time purposely too. I love that. He's like
I mean, we're talking
self-aware.
this like off stream, but or off recording, but like, I really want to read Nightwing. What I'm gonna
Hmm.
do is like, I'm gonna get the compact comic for the Tom Taylor run, like
Same.
the first 2 volumes, and then just continue reading from there. And then hopefully by the time the next Nightwing issue comes out in March, I'll be like, yeah, yeah, give me that shit.
Yeah, I want to read it pretty badly too because it looks great. So anyways, in Titans 31, this is a DCKO tie-in, so that's why I'm reading it. Because it's connecting to the big event. But also there's some stuff that was going on in Titans that is kind of relevant here. So the Titans are separated because they're kind of like the characters getting everybody off world right now.
Yeah.
So Starfire is getting people to her planet. Cyborg is in the DCKO tournament. Um, Beast Boy is off with the Doom Patrol helping people out. Um, and Donna Troy and Arsenal are the only two Titans left on Earth, which they are fighting Grail right now. And Grail is like this dark side Amazonian that was like introduced during New 52
Huh?
that has stuck around. Um, but they're fighting her. And then on Gem World, we have Nightwing, who is fighting Jinx, who's taken over, while Raven has found Terra, as in like the rock wielding character from like when she betrayed the Teen Titans. She's shown up again, I guess, and she's alive.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Help us out, Terra. Be a good person." And she's like, "I guess I'll help you out." And then she does, and then she beats up Jinx because she's like, "Oh, who would have known that Gem World is filled with minerals that I can control?" And then she's
Mhm.
like, "I didn't choose to help you guys. I chose to help myself." And then reveals that she's just out to help herself and like encases Nightwing and Raven in crystals. And it's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
so Tara's just a piece of shit through and through.
Mhm.
And then Grail kidnaps Arsenal and threatens to kill him. And Donna's like, no, because her and Arsenal have feelings for each other. So it's like an
Oh.
even bigger deal now.
Mhm.
But that's where that issue ends. It was pretty interesting.
I feel like
If
you
I
need a
was
lot
reading,
of backstory to really understand shit.
yeah, I mean it's better than what was going on with the Psylocke comic because like I could kind of pick up what was going on. I was like, oh okay, like there's this and this and this and this going on. Like there's some plot holes, but like maybe I could like it's giving me enough interest to be like, oh, okay, I'll go back and like read this. Whereas with the Psylocke book, it was just like we're not gonna explain any of that, or we're not gonna continue any of that. We're gonna start this new thing, you know?
Right.
So yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty cool.
Well, speaking of semi-confusing things that has Donna Troy in it,
Yeah, I
Wonder
forgot
Woman
she's in this
29. I had
too.
no idea what was going on in this book.
Oh my god, this
Um,
this book was good though. I liked
I
it.
will I will try to recap what happened. So it starts off with like Wonder Woman carrying her baby, and she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna
Hmm.
go fuck off. Can you take care of her?" And so the Themyscire's like, "Yeah, sure." And then it cuts to like Donna Troy and some other characters like sparring, and it gets really, really heated. It like kind of insult each other really hard, and the
Hmm.
baby's like really crying, and she's like, "What the fuck is going on with this baby?" And so
Yeah.
like, "No, this baby's gotta see our passionate fights." And so they fight a little more, and it's like, "Okay, we're kind of done now." And they're like, "What the fuck happened with their brains? It was
Hmm.
fucked with." And then this chaos woman shows up. He's like, "Hey, it was me all along." And that's where it ends. And I was like,
Yeah.
"What?
She was using
Huh?"
she was using the baby's cries to like infuse like more chaos into them. Be like, I want to be the one that impresses the baby. No, I want to be the one that impresses the baby. So she like put an enchantment on this baby to like kind of trick them into fighting each other.
I think they was sparring.
They were, but it was like getting to a point where it was like really bad. Like they were
It's
gonna
an
kill each
actual
other.
fight. Yeah.
Yeah, like all the Wonder Girls were, which I thought was cool. We got to see all of them together. The art
That's
in
not
this
sorry.
is actually pretty good. Who was doing the art in this one? It
Yeah, I thought that was really good
was
too. Um, but
Jeffrey Spokes. Oh, yeah, that was the artist and the colors.
yeah, the
Good
color
stuff.
was really good.
Did the cover for it
Uh,
too.
yeah.
Yeah,
This
Nubia's
is.
like pretty represented here too. This
I
other
was
Wonder
kind
Woman
of
character.
hoping this like 2-issue arc written by Stephanie Williams was gonna be like a little side series
Oh,
where
something new.
Tom King prepares for Wonder War.
Hmm.
After I finished, I was like, this is just setting up for Wonder War. Okay, like it's fine, but like I was kind of hoping with something more standalone than that. You know what I mean?
I think it is trying to be standalone, where it's like we're going to focus on Nubia and we're going to focus on the Wonder Girls because like they kind of are like, hey Diana, go fuck off over here because we don't want to like touch any of what's going on in the Wonder Woman book right now, and you look
Mhm.
really tired because you've been taking care of this baby, so we're going to be like the main characters right now.
Yeah.
So I thought it was pretty
Um.
interesting.
Yeah, it was okay. But Swing Things are really good, actually. Opposite of
It's
that, Galactic Slam was really good.
fucking
I don't know why
awesome.
people are really mixed on it. It was really fucking good. I want
It
to
was
recap this. Can I recap
fun.
this, please?
Yes, you can recap this.
Hell yeah. Okay. So Kyle Rayner's in it, which is cool. Great, sure. So it starts off with like him and a bunch of other heroes fighting a bunch of parademons. And then a parademon tackles him in a boom tube. And he's in another universe. And he's in like this wrestling ring thing with Omega Man. He's like the big dude, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm the best." And kind of like, "I can't use my powers. What the fuck? I guess I'll recharge." And so he's like, "Hey, I'm a Green Lantern. What's going on?" It's like, "No, no, no. A bunch of Green Lanterns. They're kind of bad around here." And so they go on the ship, and he's like, "Oh, I want to go home, man. I got parademons I need to fucking kill." So he talks to this big purple dude. I forget what his name is. It's some like big dude, and he has a rivalry with Omega Bandman.
Oh, that's
With
oh, I have it. Mr.
like
Scuzz.
Shaz
Mr.
Scuzz.
Scuzz is his name.
Yeah. So they have a little bit of a beef going on, and like they eat at some like diner area,
Hmm.
and like he has like huge plate of like really disgusting food, including a lobster.
Yeah.
There's a lobster in there. Kyron is like lobsters, really? Um, but like they're talking, and Omega Bandman's like, my backstory was that I was this guy in this village, and we have this like toxic thing where if you get this like toxin in you, you go big and everyone hates you. Well, I remember watching this wrestling match, and I was really addicted to it. So at night, I trained myself. I punched trees and pushed up with trees, and then I beat up this dude, and everyone was kind of afraid of me. So I got outcasted. And I was walking in this place, this big old city. and there was this uh it
The
was like a
Wham
fight going
appeared.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a fight going on, and I went to saw it, and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. Take it with you. And he's like, yeah, sure, whatever, kid.
Yeah, Bromega, which I love their
Bro
names.
Mega, yes.
Bromega.
That's why it's called, because you call him like Omega Man or Omega Bam. He's like, no, Omega Bam Man. So
Hmm.
like they kind of like bond a bit, and then he gets beaten by Scuzz, I
Yeah,
think, or
Scuzz
something.
uh kills Bromega.
Yeah, he kills Bro Mega, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna beat you up. So he beats him up, he gets the title. And so like Scuzz really wants the title back.
Hmm.
And so Kenner is like, okay, that's cool and all, but can you help me? He's like, yeah, brother, I'll help you. So you go to this like restricted area with this. I thought it was Doctor Manhattan for a second. This
What's his
big
name?
blue head
His
guy,
name is Daryl or
Daryl,
something.
I think.
It's really funny. It's like, hey, my name is Daryl, and I don't think you're supposed to be here.
Yeah, I thought it was like it's supposed to be like Zordon. I get it. But it looked like Doctor Manhattan for
Hmm.
a second, and so like talking to him, it's like, hey, we need to like stop this, and he's like, yeah, do it. It's the reason why Earth can't be communicated because we're hijacking shit. Go on, do it. And then Bro Mega shows like, yeah, brother, you can't do that. I'm sorry, but I'm a dark side the whole time.
I'm actually
And Omega
alive.
Bandman's like, what? You're alive? And he's like, yeah, because I want everything to end and have dark side come in and end us our misery.
He
And
literally
so they
turns
fight.
heel. He does a wrestling move and becomes a bad
Yeah.
guy.
So they fight, and then Kyra's like, okay, I'm just gonna slash Daryl. I remember there was one moment where he's like, "Hi, I'm Daryl," and Bro Meg was like, "Could you shut the fuck up?"
Yeah,
So
that
when
part's funny too.
so he kills Daryl, and he's like, "Ah," and then
I think
Megan's
he
like,
hits him with a
"Oh,
bat. I don't think he kills him.
yeah," but like they disrupt him, and like communications are aligned. A bunch of like planets come in, like the Thanagars and shit, to
Hmm.
Earth, and the new match is taking place on Earth, and so Kyle Rayner turns into a wrestler. He has like a luchador mask. He's shirtless, got a cape on, and he's like, "Yeah, I can get used to this." So I think it's Kyle Rayner and Omega Bandman
Hmm.
versus Scuzz and Bromega, and I think it's
And
another
knockout.
person
And
and
knockout.
Knockout. So they all fight and stuff, and they end up winning, but it's in the rules that if you fight with the Green Lantern, you get disqualified. So he takes his boat. He's like,
Hmm.
"Okay, bye." And Omega Bandman's like, "Damn, that was my title, man." And Kami's like, "Don't fret, man. You want to tell him with me?" And he's like, "Yeah, brother." So you
Yeah,
the fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger Predator meme of like the arms together,
I love that.
and they go fight dudes on Earth. And it was like, "Oh my god, you're alive, Power Ranger." He's like, "Yeah, sorry about that." That's the end of the comic. It was
In,
good. I liked it. It was
in
a
my
big,
notes,
meaty issue.
I had to highlight that moment where Kyle hits knockout with the construct chair.
Oh, I forgot to mention, there's a Construct Gundam.
Yes, at the beginning. That's not the first time he's done that, by the way. He's done that multiple times.
Yeah, there's a fucking Construct Gundam. That's great. And also, Omega Bandman, really cool. I thought he was gonna
Hmm.
show up in more Green Lantern. He's not, but
He
maybe we'll
might be a
see him some other
recurring
time.
character though. Maybe he'll come back in DC X AEW because they're doing the wrestling comics.
I did see that, and I don't know if I want to read that. Is it a full series or is it a one shot crossover?
I think it's multiple issues because it says number one, so maybe there's
Oh,
more.
are we? I'll probably read this. I'm not sure. If they have like a cool cover, maybe I'll buy it. But
Hmm.
like, I don't know.
I
Sounds
think
like good
it's
shit. Good shit.
yeah. It looks interesting. I might like give it a look too because of this.
Yes. But speaking of good shit, Superman Unlimited. Ooh.
This one's pretty good.
Unrelated note. I told Hikaru about this, but
Hmm.
I on my Blue Sky, which is from my Blue Sky, by the way. VeniTuber.Yuri.Observer. On my Blue Sky, we had I always take pictures of like my comic haul, right?
Yes.
And I found out Dan Slott liked my comic haul picture. And so I was like, shit, I'm gonna follow him. Cool, great. He's on here? Cool, great. He has a picture of the cover of Spider-Man Noir and Golden Age Superman.
Yeah, for the coming
because
up
he's writing the story about it.
Marvel event. Yeah.
But basically, what happens is uh, Mayor White is doing some sort of press conference, and well, before that, they're talking about like the world's dumbest deaths,
Yeah, a
and
bunch
it's
of
like, oh
reporters are in the
yeah, this
bar.
this one guy died because a piano fell on him. Oh, this guy
Another one
died because
died
he
because he got a pie thrown, but the pie had like something he was allergic to, so he died.
yeah. Another one drowned in a gender reveal balloon. Haha, isn't it
That one,
funny?
yeah.
And Clark Kent's like, actually, no, it's not funny because these people had really good um
Like,
legacies
yeah,
and stuff
like
like that.
things that they were innovating on.
And it's like, yeah, well, they're probably not connected. Most likely not. And then we find out they are connected because this guy named the Trickster, I think?
No, no, the prankster.
The Prankster.
He doesn't want to be called the
Similar
trickster
names.
for a very good reason. You piss him off. You say
Yeah,
that, Betty. I'll come after you
so
next.
so he gets hired to like kill Mayor White in a really stupid way, so that way his legacy gets ruined or something.
Hmm.
So it's like Mayor White's doing sort of press conference, and Clark Kent's there, and does he get attacked by the
Not at the press
prankster?
conference, but at the baseball field. That's where it first happens
Yeah, yeah,
because he's
yeah.
like
But
doing the pitch at first, and
yeah,
then all those balls are like about ready to hit him. Superman saves him, and then he goes and he's calling John, and he's like, "Hey John, does like Smallville have any like connections to like the fifth dimension or whatever? Because like this is some really silly stuff going on. So maybe Mister Pig, Mr. Pillick is like up to
Mrs.
this.
Pidlick shows up, and he's
Yeah,
like,
and he's
nah,
like,
probably not. Gets off the
yeah,
phone. Kid, I need your help. He's like, oh my god, it's him.
yeah. He's like Master Tix or whatever is coming. I can't. It's TXYZ, so I think that's how you say it. Tix.
Yeah.
He's like, he's coming though. He's gonna attack us, and it's like, oh, so there's another thing coming on, but this doesn't have to do with anything that's going on right now. So then, Prankster attacks White again. This time it was because uh,
Statue.
Mayor White was like, "Hey, we're gonna reward you with this big key, Superman." He's
That was
holding
a
the
statue.
key. No, he well first it's the key because he gives him the
Oh.
key and he's like, "Oh, cool." And then he sees that the key starts like melting the gold off and it's kryptonite.
Yeah.
So it's like, "Oh shit, Superman is like kryptonite poisoned," but they forgot he's got his gold powers. So
Yes.
there's like a helicopter or something also coming down. So he goes to get the helicopter, but while he's distracted with that, the statue starts falling over, and Perry's like, "I gotta get out of here," but like his shoes have like glue or gum on them, so he
Yeah, it
can't
was
move.
gum.
And then one of the guard guys like pushes him out of the way or something, and Superman's like, "I'm sorry, like I couldn't help you," and he's like, "No, it's fine." And then he gives him that key anyway after he like depowered with his gold. So he's like super exposed to it. He's like, "Here, give this to this guy," and he's like, "Superman, are you gonna be okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I just gotta go rest."
And then it fucking cuts to the it's like Clark Kent the reporter, and he's like,
Hmm.
oh, this reminds me of the work of his, and the prankster's like, oh, he's gonna compare me to the Joker. What's this? The Trickster. God damn it! I need to kill this
Yeah,
guy. I'll do it for free. I'm gonna kill Clark Kent. That's where it ends.
yeah, which I think was neat. I was like, "Oh shit!" He just got so pissed off. He's changing targets. He's
Yeah,
changing
he's doing it
targets.
pro bono. He's gonna kill Clark Kent. And that's the next issue.
Speaking of targeting and assassinations, I
Oh, hold
read.
on,
Oh yeah,
hold on. I want to get
yeah.
Superman Limited. Art was really good. Like, I think that is the best part of the season.
Yeah.
It's such a good series. It's such a good art
I'm really
arc.
kind of wondering where they're going to take it because it seems like right now there's no aim to connect the stories. Like there's small links
So,
connecting
so
them,
the
but
original plot of Superman Unlimited was
hmm
that there was this kingdom of kryptonite, and uh, Superman had to fight this dude with, but like at the beginning of the comic, he was trying to like grab this like huge, big old meteorite full of kryptonite,
yes.
and he died, kind of. And then he woke up and he's gold now, and so he finally
Yeah,
has
he
his gold
developed the
power.
gold powers that are immune
Yeah.
to like everything.
So the general through line from what I've seen is that Kryptonite is a lot more common now
Yeah.
in this series. So like he's currently like trying to fight people with Kryptonite, and like he turns in his gold form and stuff. But after the whole like Kingdom of Kryptonite, the guy, there's like I think it was like a Spanish dude was like trying
Yes.
to get this like kingdom. I think it was in Ecuador or something.
Something like that was near there.
Um, After that sort of arc kind of wrapped up a little bit, it became more of an anthological series, just kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm like
Or
noticing. Like even before
because
that
like
though, they had like an issue or two where it didn't connect with the stuff because it was like, oh,
yeah,
Toy
because
Man and this.
last issue was Lois Lane in space
Hmm. Yeah.
because she was like doing some space story and like that was kind of neat. This is just like yeah, now setting up like probably the next arc because like this is a multi-issue thing, mixes
Yeah,
picks,
because this is a part one.
whatever's coming over there. So like maybe last issue was like uh more of like a filler issue. I'm not sure, but like I don't really mind the anthological nature of Superman Unlimited because like I think some books should just be like here's a bunch of stories and we'll just jump into it any time and not be the
Hmm.
regular Superman series, which is very much tied to DCKL right now.
Oh yeah.
And Superman's gonna be gone afterward for a little bit because your boy Prime's coming in, and it's like okay, yeah, sure.
Hmm.
So like I think having like Batman does this, where it's like Detective Comics is very much like a not anthology series, but like multiple writers come in, do their thing, and then leave. Like I really want to collect all of Gotham Nocturne and read all of it because Ram V is an excellent writer. I really like a little bit of the first volume, but I want to like read all of it physically because it deserves that treatment. But or maybe wait for an omnibus. I'm sure there's gonna be a Gotham Nocturne omnibus sometime. So maybe wait for that. But I really am looking forward to seeing like what sort of other stuff Dan Slott has with this
Hmm.
series because like there's some cool stuff going on, and I think it's cool that like the series is sort of separate from like it's not out of continuity, it's in continuity because they
Yeah,
reference his
because they
gold
do
powers and like
reference it. Yeah.
they do reference it in, like I think it was DCKO or something,
Yeah, he's
but
not using the gold powers, but it's more of like the idea of kryptonite being more accessible to people is
no,
what's
they do
care.
reference his gold
Do
powers. I think
they?
it was like in a tie-in. I think it was the Omega Initiative, like the Just League Unlimited special that they had a bit ago. Um,
Was
where
it
they
it was the thing before DCKO?
there was a prologue basically that
Yeah,
led
that
into
one.
DCKO.
But other than
But
that, it hasn't really been mentioned.
yes, but it is in continuity. But like, you don't have to read the DCKO and continuity shit to like understand what's
Hmm.
going on in Unlimited, and that's really cool. I like that. I rated it 7 out of 10. Good shit. Good shit.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Anyways, Catwoman 83. This is in the middle of like a bunch of stuff. Obviously I can't read like 83 issues before it was happening. So what I can discern from this issue is that Catwoman was in this masquerade party where Carmine Falcone, who I think they revealed was her dad, um, like a long time ago anyway. But she's
Mhm.
there and she is going to steal this pearl. But all of a sudden, Carmine Falcone is like teamed up with the Court of Owls. So the Court of Owls is there, like taking people, killing them off, doing shit, working with Falcone and being like, "All right, help us out. We'll help you out, and you can keep this thing." Um, the issue opens up with Carmine Falcone as a young boy, and his dad's like, "All right, kill this guy, whack him off." And he does. He just shoots the guy as like a
Mhm.
6-year-old kid, and it's like, oh, geez, yeah, that kind of
Jesus
explains why this
Christ.
guy's fucked up. Um, then we jump to the present. Like I said, the Court of Owls are at this masquerade. Catwoman is just trying to get out. There's only one Talon there. This Talon is really fucking powerful though, and it shows
Mhm.
that there's these other Falcone family members that Carmine had this Talon go and kill. So like a
Uh-huh.
bunch of the Falcone family is dead. I think he's just trying to kill off a bunch of people that were traitors. Is what they were explaining. Um,
Yeah.
and he's also trying to acquire this pearl, which Catwoman has. She is about ready to leave the party. She's like gonna go dive in the water, and then the Talon like grabs her arm, and she's like fighting him, beating the shit out of him. She stabs him in the eye, and then she's like underwater, getting away from him too. She barely escapes, and Falcone is like, "Okay, wait a minute, something's off. The Pearl's not here. What's going on? I need to see the guest list." He gets the guest list. They do that by beating the shit out of some guy. And then he sees that Selena Kyle was on there. He's like, "Oh, my daughter was here. Well, gotta go kill her because I know that she
Oh,
has it." And that's the end of the issue. It's
yeah.
like Catwoman has like a broken rib as well, and she's just like fainted. She's like, "Oh fuck, I got out, but like
Was this
barely."
the issue that had the cover of the Court of Owls on it?
Yes, it's her like in this big crowd of people with the Court of Owl mask, and her kind of like peeking out. It's a really cool
Oh,
cover. The art in it, I kind of fuck with. It's pretty good.
nice. Speaking of killing people, Exquisite Corpses
Yeah.
#9. I caught up with this. I caught up with it. It's good
Do you
shit.
mind if I recap this?
Um, yeah, because I'll recap a Sword Crisis events.
Awesome. Okay. So if you're not reading Exquisite Corpses, basically the idea behind this is what if there was all of these horror slasher characters and we put them into a battle royale and the battlegrounds is just this random little town and anybody who's in here is going to die if they run into these guys. Currently, there's a bunch of people that have been killed off. We're down to like five of the remaining killers. Last issue, Laura picked up Gunman's gun and was like, "Hey, like
Yes.
I'm not going to like fuck with this game. I'm not going to become you. I'm going to be me at the end of the day."
Mm.
Mike and Zavi and I don't remember the kid's name, but that he's with them
Jason.
too. Jason, yes, Jason. They're all together finally. Mike was like, I need to save somebody. Like everybody thinks I'm delusional, like, but I'm right. I might have like all these fucking crazy conspiracy theories, but I ended up being right that these motherfuckers are like the aristocrats fucking with us and doing this for fun.
Mm.
So the issue opens up with like all the aristocrats discussing me like what are we going to do after the game, like what's going to happen, because we need to discuss like who's going to get what and what's going to do this and this. And then the old lady we've been following, who is kind of like the main character of these aristocrats, she mentions to the sister of Lady Carolina, she's like, "Hey, like rules are the rules." And she's like, "Okay, like you already told me." She's like, "No, no, you need to pay attention because that's key to the game." Then we follow Mike and the boys, and they're breaking into a school. They find radios. They try to contact someone. They accidentally contact some like the games crew who are like burning some evidence shit.
Yeah,
And
they're at a bar.
yeah, they're like pouring a bunch of oil there. And Laura happens to be there. She's like hidden.
Yeah,
Uh,
she's wearing the mask a little bit.
I don't think she's wearing a mask. I think what she's doing is she's wearing like a bandage, is what she was wearing. It's
Oh,
like a wrapping.
I
No,
thought we
she
saw a panel for wearing the mask.
no. That panel was actually what's his name? Pretty Boy. It was Pretty Boy. Pretty Boy because he got
Ooh, because
fucking
he got burned.
burned all over the
Yeah,
place, and now he's becoming like a new killer. Like he picked up that mask and he's like, "Okay, I'm going to accept that I'm like completely disfigured now."
yeah.
So what happens is they contact those guys and they're accidentally telling them where they're at. They're like, "Hey, we're at this school. Can you help us?" Because those games crew people are like, "Oh yeah, we're the sheriff and we're gonna come help you." And then Laura shoots them and she's like, "Hey, Mike, you just gave away your position. You need to get the fuck out of there."
Yeah.
And Zavi had went on his own to go to like one of the lockers to get his pictures of
And
him
he
and
just
his
starts
boyfriend.
breaking down
He
because
does.
his boyfriend Craig died.
I feel so bad for him. I was like, man, he's not having a good time from the first issue to now. He almost died.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, he gets fucking attacked by Rascal Randy, who is like
Yes.
an unstoppable force. Like he gets tangled up in that pool. They're like running through that pool area, and somehow he's out of it. And he's like behind him. And he's like, "Oh, you've got to be fucking with me!" And he starts to see that Mike and Jason are on that bus, and he jumps off the roof onto the bus. And I was like, "Oh god, that's so
Well,
cool."
also like before that, he like presumably drowns Rascal Randy because he ties him
That
around like
yeah,
with
that's what I was talking
harness
about. He
rings.
tied him up in those pool rings and stuff, but like
So
he
is
was
he
like a meal.
dead?
No, because in that panel where they're driving off, you can see his head above the school. So he's still
Okay.
alive. He's like an unstoppable force. I don't know how he's not dead. Um, but yeah, he jumps on the bus and the old lady reveals she's like, "Hey, whoever is like the last killer standing with the last weapon that belongs to like whatever family who had it is the family that wins." So Lady Carolina doesn't have her weapon, but
Yeah, because
if
the
she can go, yeah,
the Fox Killer broke
yes,
it.
she took that crossbow and destroyed it. But
Yeah.
she's like, maybe if your sister can go get Laura's gun, the gun that was Lone Gunman's, we can win this. So now that's where we're headed. Is that Lady Carolina might be going after Laura now.
Yeah.
So things are heating up.
It does seem like things are reaching a head because like
Oh,
I
I
think
forgot. Jason's mom also got caught by a recluse, so she's probably dead.
yeah she's probably dead unless like the bus so happens to drive towards
Yeah.
Recluse. Maybe they run over and it's like, hey, let's get you out. Let's get the fuck out of here, dude.
hmm So we
If
have
it
Fox Mask Killer. We have Lady Carolina, Rascal Randy, Recluse, and then who else is alive? There's five at least. Oh, Pretty Boy and Pretty
I can
Boy.
pull up the issue
No,
right
no, no.
now.
I figured it. I was Pretty Boy. So we have those five left.
I'm surprised Pretty Boy has lived for that long though.
I think he's just powering through it. Honestly, he does not give a fuck that he's like burnt and shit. He's just so pissed that
Yeah.
he's like lost his charm.
Yeah, good Anton. Good shit, good shit, good
Yeah,
shit. But the
it's keeping
best
history.
thing I've read this week is Assorted Crisis Events number 8. Good God, this thing was incredible. So, if you know me, you know I'm a sucker for like comics that play around with the medium of comics. Absolute Martian Manhunter did this a lot, where it's like it fucks with the panels, it's like shine a light at the page, like reveal some other stuff. It happens in this
Oh,
where
really?
there's this guy. He's an old guy. He's a comic artist, and he knows he's in a comic, but like he falls into this like white void where he sees like discarded like plot elements from other comics and like other weird shit going on. And he explains that his backstory was he was a comic artist who worked on like some random issues of stuff. He got uh recruited into working on a comic series called Mad Romance, uh, which was gonna be canceled in a year. So it's like, yeah, do what you want with it. I don't give a shit. Um, so he's like, okay, I'll see what I can do. He finds this like really beautiful girl that he like loves a lot, and so he puts himself into the story because like before he met this girl, it was like about his like failed romance, and now it's about his relationship. And ever since then, all the critics are like, "This is the best comic on store shelves. It's so cool and great." And he got like really famous, and he started getting royalties from his work, and like his life's going great. And he has a baby, and he's like, "Yeah, it's great." And then he's like, "Okay, no, stop reading this comic. If you put down the comic right now, get a happy ending." See, there's a little door off panel. You
Oh
turn the
shit.
page. Oh, okay, fine. So then it's revealed that like his marriage is kind of going through the rocks, and like, oh, they start fighting, and this woman's like, "Why are you putting our relationship in the comics? I told you not to do that." And uh he starts becoming alcoholic. Their baby is born, and like they take care of her. but they're in a car. They went in a car, and they're
Oh
driving, and they end
no.
up in a car crash, and the woman
Oh.
dies brutally, horrifically.
Oh.
Like her, all her teeth are out. It's in the gutter,
Oh.
and he's taking care of his baby. But child protective services come in and like, nope, you're not unfit. But he's like,
What?
I'm unfit to live as well. So he starts like crashing out hard. Like he starts making the comic that he's writing like really weird and surrealist, and the critics love it, but the fans hate it. But everyone came together and they had to say this shit sucks. So we see this girl with like dyed hair, like a nose ring, going around with this wanted poster, being like, "Have you seen my dad? My dad went missing. It's the baby.
Ah.
Have you seen my dad? I miss my dad. Have you seen my dad?" And everyone's like, I don't know. I haven't seen him. No. And it ends. I want to bring this fucking issue up because it ends. I don't have a physical. I want to get a physical, but it ends with like his self becoming more and more like simple lines, and he starts to lose his identity.
Oh damn.
And it ends with like him become like he's on the street and he's running away from stuff, and he's like, I need you to do something for me, reader. This is a collaborative picture, and it shows this like flashback to him and his wife's like, I want you to draw me a picture of love. And he's like, I don't know if I can do that. So what he does is he holds up a blank picture, and he says, how's that? And it ends the final page before he like becomes ceased into oblivion, and he dies in this void. The final page is a blank page with the words, draw me a picture of love. It's so good. I gotta read the rest of this fucking series, man. Because I like flipped to the other issues, and I was like, oh, they do this shit a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Or
That's
it's like,
reminding me of Multiversity, where you were saying like, "Don't turn the page, don't turn the page." There's moments like that in that book.
yeah, but it's so depressing and sad, and it ends.
Hmm.
The last page after that is like a recap of like the series itself, where I guess it's an anthology, so they treat like every issue like the first.
Hmm.
And I want you to read this list because like this will get me on this fucking series. Time is having a crisis. Mingling in the red light district, you can find actual cavemen, medieval knights, and cyborg soldiers on leave from World War IV. Victorian debutantes amble their way into cell phone stores, confused and bewildered. What is a data plan? On the way to work, bleary-eyed commuters get trapped in time loops, sorted by alternate reality versions of themselves, try to avoid post-apocalyptic wastelands. And look, the 315 bus took a wrong turn to the Neolithic era. Rising stars Dennis Camp and Eric Zawadzki, and Eisner winners Jordi Belair and Hassan Otsman Ilau represent absolute or sort of crisis events, an ongoing zigzagging anthology series about the compromised clicks of our clocks full of wait. Yeah, the compromised clicks of our clocks full of one-shot stories, both beautiful and ugly, tragic and redemptive, surreal and somehow ultra familiar. Stories of people in reality and Christ trying to keep together while the world is falling apart second by twisted second. So this how this fits is like this guy's life is falling apart, and he
Hmm.
knows he's in a comic and he's in this void and stuff, and it's like that's so good. I love that. That's great. 10 out of 10, best comic I've read this week.
It's good.
Like I urge you after this to read it. It's so good. Like I may go
Yeah,
to the
I'll definitely
comic
have
store
to
like
read it.
I may end up going to the comic store tomorrow and seeing if they still have a copy of it because that shit's so good.
Hmm.
Oh my god. Or maybe I'll wait until it's like a paperback, trade
Oh
paperbacks.
yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder
that
if there
was
has already been one. How? What issue was that again? That was
8,
8. Oh yeah. They're probably on. They probably have one
the
of the
first
volumes out.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was so fucking good. Oh my god. I gotta read more. I gotta read all of it and see like what the fuck is happening in this.
Yeah.
Because I
Anthology
remember like
series are
flipping
pretty
through the
cool with that.
reviews of a sort of crisis events. on like League of Comic Geeks, and it's like exceptional, exceptional, 4.8, 4.8,
Mhm.
4.8, 4.9. It's like, okay, sure.
I'll give it
It
a
did
try.
not disappoint. It was so good. Speaking of good ass shit, let's get to the first topic of the day.
Yeah, which you're leading.
We're, we're gonna always start after we finish reading all of our hauls with new comic reveals for the week.
Yes,
So
because there's
DC
always
and
new comics
Marvel,
being announced.
yes, so DC and Marvel have put out news about certain stuff. There is two comics I want to talk about from DC. The first one is they're making a Bizarro series, and
Yeah.
Kevin Smith is writing it. It's called Bizarro Year None. Uh, I'll read the thing. In truly terrible news for fans, we just say incredible because Bizarro speak.
Yeah,
DC
it's all
announced
backwards.
Bizarro Year None, a four-issue limited comic series exploring the origin of Bizarro, Superman's legendary doppelganger. From writers Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith's in this, and Eric Carrasco. Apparently, he wrote Supergirl with art and main cover by Nick Pitara. Bizarro Year None delivers a definitive, indefinitive origin of DC's beloved backward bad boy. Me am not excited for new comic, said Bizarro. Bizarro, you're none am worst thing to happen.
Fucking love
Uh, but it's
Bizarro.
but it's coming out April 1st, which makes sense because April Fools. And it publishes month through July. Uh, looks good. Maybe pick it up, see what happens. Bizarro's a pretty cool character. I remember he was a really big part, I believe. If I'm misremembering this, I think he was a part of All Superman. I think he was an All Star. Yeah, he was All Superman. Yeah, because it was
Hmm.
he was in like the world of like backward superheroes, and like there was the Flash, who was like the slowest man alive and shit. Yeah, I remember that. So that's for Bizarro You're None, but we also have something really weird. So Chip Zdarsky, we all know Chip Zdarsky, famous comic writer, wrote Howard the Duck. He's writing,
Yes.
wrote Batman a lot, which was bad. He's also writing Captain America, but he's mainly known as a comedy writer. And he used to write a free behind the scenes comics, which I had the last issue of, called Zdarsky Comic News. And DC was like, okay, here's the license to Mad Magazine. Go roast our company. So they're releasing a one shot series, a one shot issue called Mad About DC. Tim Zdarsky is editing this, and it's all about making fun of DC. One of the covers of this is the main guy. I forgot what his name was. What is the name? Mad Magazine mascot. Alfred E. Newman. So it's Alfred E. Newman uh in Hush's bandages and jacket
It
being
looks
really
so stupid.
stinky, and it's Superman throwing up and Batman and being blah, and it says the most manic crossover ever by the usual gang of comic book creators who needed the extra money. Hush reveal it's Silent but Deadly, featuring zero jokes about Hush 2 being late. Not even a drawing of Jim Lee saying, "What? Me hurry."
Oh
That's
no.
our mad guarantee.
That's funny. That's actually really good.
And Matt, yeah, they're announcing this. DC says, Chip says, they say at DC there's nowhere to go but down after writing Batman. And yeah, it's true. It's very true.
Ooh.
Um, the DC editor in chief says this project embraces the spirit of Mad Magazine in the best way possible. Mad has had a long tradition of sharp, fearless satire, poking fun at everything, including DC, with real wit and craft. When Chip pitched a project that would roast the DC universe, it was clear he could assemble the right team. These creators knew our characters inside and out, which is why they can twist them in ways that feel both surprising and smart. It is going to include Sergio Aronis with a mad look at comic book stores, Jim Sup and Ramon Perez teaming up for Guy versus Spy. I believe Spy versus Spy was a mad thing.
Yes, Spy
Um,
versus Spy was a mad thing.
One thing I'm really excited about. A brand new DC fold-in by Charles Soule and Ryan Brown. Charles Soule was the former writer of Eddie Brock Carnage.
Oh, nice.
A parade of mad style parodies skewering the DC comic books you love, and a few you've always hated anyway. From Kyle Starks, Dave Johnson, Teeny Howard, Matty Lepchansky, Mark Waid, cool, great, love Mark Waid, Ty Tempson, Rainbow Rowell, Vita Ayala, M.L. Sanapo, Mark Russell, Steve Leiber, Jeff Parker, Lucas Kettner, Gary Dugan, we always love Gary Dugan, Scott Ackerman, Mitch Gerards, Joan Starr, Joan Quinones, Scott Snyder, hey, Joshua Williamson, hey, Dennis Camp, hey, Gail Simone, Colleen Doran, Joe Kelly. Oh, he writes easy stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Kelly Sue DeConnick, Valentine Delandro, Brian North, hey, Eric Henderson, Tom Taylor, there he is, Bruno Redondo, Mariko Tamaki, Bradley Rossmo, Al Ewing, PJ Holden, Shannon Wheeler, Lee Williams, Isaac Goodhart, Cody Ziegler. Cody Ziegler's in there, baby.
Holy
Danielle
cow.
DiNiccolo, Daniel Kibblesmith, Branton Stein, Cassie Gilly, Jay Bone, Scotty Young, Andrew Wheeler, Stephen Byrne, Colin Coover, Benjamin Arrett, Matt Fraction, Kagan McLeod, Lee Gatlin,
Jesus
Joseph
Christ, how many
Starkey,
people?
Graham Rameau, and more?
Jesus Christ.
Whether you're a lifelong Mad Magazine fan, a DC diehard, or simply someone who enjoys watching respected creators make questionable choices, Mad About DC promises to fulfill your every comic book dream. Or at least 4 of them. I know DC goes out on April 1st. This issue features main cover by Dan Mad About gluten labeling because it should always be clearer, or what else was the point, Panocean. And then crossing frames by Simon Bisley and Chip Zdarsky. I believe Chip Zdarsky did the Hush 2 variant? Yeah, he did. He drew that.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you, if my comic store does not have this in stock, can you buy me a copy of this?
Yeah, I could try.
Do they stock that magazine where you're at?
I don't know. Honestly, I'd have to see. I don't think they
I hope
do.
so. Or at the very least, I'll like read it on my like pull list or whatever, because this looks really
Mhm.
funny. Uh that's for DC side of things. Marvel has a lot of stuff. The
Yeah.
first thing we're gonna take a look at is Spider-Carnage. So Death Spiral, that's the next arc of the Spider-Man universe or whatever. And in the later issues of the Death Spiral arc, Peter Parker becomes Spider-Carnage. Huh?
Yeah, I think we're all
Spider-Man
wondering
returned to
like,
Earth to time to face Carnage, who
Huh?
discovered Spider-Man's secret identity in the minds of his new society Brock. When Spider-Man and Venom team against the Killer Symbiote, another shocking secret is revealed that Peter Parker discovers that Mary Jane is the all-new Venom. It's the collision course of danger that explodes when Peter, Mary Jane, and Eddie find themselves in the crosshairs of Torment. The serial killers reveal a mysterious and deep personal connection to Spider-Man. And then it just recaps like some stuff from Death Spiral. But Death Spiral part I could say part 7, but there we go. Yeah, part 9 has Spider Carnage, and he looks very weird and really gross, and I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, fine, whatever. Um the covers look really cool though. Torment looks like a really interesting villain. We have Venom 257 gives me a lot of hope. That's by part 8. Anna Watson and May Parker are caught up in the death spiral, and their only hope is Flash Thompson. Simon Venom saved the day while MJ appears always get a new tragedy. And where's the courage all of this? Even when you find out, you still won't believe it. It shows like Venom falling down, and it has like Venom's like title kind of skewed up, and it shows like a bunch of like different characters together. Usually, in terms of a lot of like comic covers, this means that this is the end of an era. Are we gonna
Hmm.
see the return of Eddie Brock Venom? Is it
Perhaps.
gonna be such a huge cataclysmic end Then Venom's like, nah, I'm gonna be back with my old buddy, and he's like, yes, please. Who knows? That'd be great. Please, I'd appreciate it, Todd.
You really miss Eddie being Venom. He also misses
Yeah.
being Venom, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Cause him and Carnage are not great together. They're kind of
No,
like, Eddie, you gotta kill people, and then he's like, no,
I don't
no
want to do
killing.
that.
So I'm excited to see where this goes. I'll be reading all of it. This is one of the only like multi series crossover events where it's like one takes place in one book, one takes another book in the Spider-Man universe that I'm actually excited for. Because when I was reading the all the Venom from Donny Cates to the original Al Ewing run, there was a lot of those. War of the Realms had that, and I hated that shit. There was like
Yeah.
a certain part where like Eddie Brock remembered he wasn't Venom, and he became like this weird hulking mass of Venom, and he got his memories later on or something. It was weird. It was such like Eddie Brock clones and shit. I didn't really like it, but like, eh. What else is there? Yes. Jubilee is getting a new one shot celebrating AAPI month, which is Asian American Pacific
Hell
Islander Heritage
yeah.
Month. Uh, looks pretty cool. Uh, In Jubilee's accent adventure, Jubilation Lee once proves that she'll risk everything for the people she loves. When a cousin she never knew needs help, Jubilee set out to find him, but saving family turns out to be far more complicated than she imagines. As secrets come to light and Dean's true powers emerges, Jubilee embarks on an emotional journey filled with heart, heartbreak, and explosive action. So that's cool. Some of the covers look kind of neat, so hopefully we'll see that sometime.
Yeah.
What else do we have?
Civil War,
Civil
Unmasked.
War Unmasked. Yes, we have that issue coming out, or series rather.
I think it's a bunch of different series. Like it's a series itself, and I think a bunch of other things with it.
Yeah, it's an anthology of a bunch of stuff that happens, like I believe, beginning, middle, and end of Civil War.
Yes, it's
Which I'm not a
taking.
huge, I'm not a huge fan of Civil War, but like, hopefully it'll be worth doing. Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's because they're celebrating the what was it, the 20th or 30th anniversary? Let me check that. Civil War Unmasked. Yeah, 20th anniversary of the event. So the
Yeah.
comic event, not the movie, people. So,
Yes. But yeah, book's pretty neat. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like get a physical of it, maybe digitally, but like it's there, I guess. I don't know.
hmm yeah, it's
And
such
then
a odd thing that they're going to expound on this event after 20 years.
yeah, I'm not really sure what they're doing. But one anniversary issue that like I'm kind of glad they're doing is Eternals is getting 50th anniversary one shot.
Hmm,
Because it's the 50th anniversary of the series from Jack Kirby.
cool.
So it'd be cool to see what's going on there. I haven't really read any of Eternals. I haven't even
Me
seen like the
either.
MCU movie,
I don't
so
think
I
they
have
have a
no.
current ongoing either.
Yeah. Uh, I don't know what I'm gonna expect from this, but hopefully it's good. Maybe I'm not sure.
Hmm
And there's a bunch of variant covers because of course there's a bunch of variant covers. Or wouldn't there be?
They got to sell them
Is that
variant
Master
covers.
Weaver? That's not Master Weaver. Okay. I thought it was Master Weaver. So I'm like, wait, what's he doing here? Uh, but yeah, I think that's about it for the comic reveals.
Yeah. Now time for the movie reveals. They
Yeah.
Exquisite Corpses, even though it's not done yet, even though it hasn't had a finished like first season for its comic, has already got a green lit for a movie deal because it's just that
Yeah,
fucking
it's
good.
like that series, and I think another Tinian series.
Yes, so in this article here, they talk about the fact that Exquisite Corpses has sold like 500,000 copies as of right now.
Yes.
It's like one of the
Yep.
best selling original IPs at the moment.
Yep.
It's
So
got
good.
its own trading card game that's going to be coming up. Like me and you both actually have some of the trading cards, and we're talking
Yeah,
about
this
it.
last issue was the first Exquisite Corpses issue I got.
Hmm.
That came in a poly bag and it had a card in it. It had the Recluse.
Nice. Yeah, I have Layla, what's her name? Layla Blaze, and I have Pretty Boy. And Pretty Boy's one actually
Nice.
has like holographic shit on it and stuff. It's really cool.
Nice.
But yeah, they are making this movie. Tinian is producing the film for Tiny Onion, which, by the way, it took me such a long time to realize that's just his last name. I was like, Tiny Onion,
Tiny
Tiny
Onion.
Onion,
Yeah.
Tinian, and I was
Like
like, oh my god. He's doing this alongside Alexander Black, Arlene Konopaki for Lyrical Media. Walsh and Lyrical's John Rosenberg will I can't talk today. Will be executive produce. They envision the property as a franchise starter with expansive potential across live action film, animation, and video games, and are currently packaging the feature with A-list talent. That's actually really cool. So they're not only focusing on like a live action thing, they're focusing maybe on like animated series, some
yes.
games. That's cool.
Yeah.
The Tiny Onion Lyrical Media partnership will also include a feature adaptation of Tinian's short film turned one-shot comic, Room Service. Tinian and filmmaker PK Colinet will co-write the feature about a sinister hotel service that allows its clients to commit their ideal murder scenarios. These projects were built with love and care with my incredible co-creators, and I'm thrilled to bring that same creative energy to the big screen, said Tinian. James Comics James Comics have captivated audiences worldwide, redefining what modern horror can be, added Black. At Lyrical, we were committed to empowering visionary creators to take bold swings, and these two films embody the kind of creator-driven storytelling that can grow into the next great horror brand. Back in October, Blumhouse also announced that they were developing Tinian's Something is Killing the Children into not only a feature film, but an adult animated series. So
I have heard good things about Something's Killing Children.
same. I want to start reading that at some point. But it sounds like Tinian is just like popping off because he's not only writing this stuff, he's writing the Image Comics Universal Monsters books. The one,
Yeah, I remember there was
mhm.
an advertisement of in one of the issues I was reading of Exquisite Corpses of he wrote the Invisible Man
Yes, which I
series.
read all of, and it was phenomenal. The artist Danny is going over to Batwoman for next level,
Nice.
so I'm really excited for that.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I'm excited for seeing the potential movie. I don't know when they will start actually filming for it or anything, but I'm sure they're gonna wait a little bit. I hope they wait a little bit to adapt it because, there's not much material at the moment to be like, here you go. Or maybe they'll do something original with it. Maybe they'll be like Exquisite Corpses, this is a different thing.
I'm just excited to see where like the Exquisite Corpses project is going to go because like it could be a movie, could be a TV show, could
Mm-hmm.
be anything.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
also kind of seeing where this card game's going because I know it's coming out this year. I have one of the cards already, so I'm like, what's this card game gonna be? You know, is it gonna be a big deal? Is it just gonna be like a thing only like comic nerds know of?
Yeah. It'll be interesting. Like, I wonder if they're going to make up like exclusive characters for the card game that weren't in the comic.
Potentially. So no, like James Tinian said like before that there was going to be like 5 or 10 years more of Exquisite Corpses, and it's like, what does that mean?
Yeah, it got green lit to be like 5 or so more years, and I'm like, holy shit, this is like really,
Yeah,
really
but
good
like
then.
5 or so more years of what? The
Yeah.
comic series? Is it
I think
spin-offs? Is it the
it's the
movie?
comics is what they were talking about.
Okay.
Because this is only season one that they're on. So I'm wondering, are we going to go forward in time with the comics and be like, this is the next game, or are we going to flash back and see like other games that happened in the past? Because this was this is a little bit of a tangent for something that I had a problem with Squid Games. Squid Games had all the intention of like you could have ended the present day games when you introduce the fact that these games have been going on for years. Like
Yeah.
they showed it's like 70s, 60s, stuff like that. Oh, it was like, oh, they're gonna stop it now, and then they're gonna do for the rest of the seasons be like, this the game's from this time, this time, this time, but they didn't. I'm like, okay, Exquisite Corpses has like all the ability to do the same, and I hope they do that where it's like, how did this start? Like maybe let's do a volume where it shows that. That'd be really
Like the
cool.
Purge?
Kind of, yeah.
Or like the Hunger Games?
I mean, this does have like Purge vibes to it, doesn't it?
A little bit. But speaking of hired killers, Deadpool is now in
Yeah.
Marvel Rivals. He was one of the two characters I was most excited about when I first started playing Marvel Rivals. I was like, I'm on Deadpool, I'm on Miles Morales. One of them got in, I'm waiting for the other one now.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I didn't know that when Deadpool got into Rivals that he was going to be like all three classes.
Me either.
That was extremely bizarre because I thought it was gonna be like a DPS, but
Hmm.
no, he's a tank, APS, and healer. I think it was like Vanguard, Duelist, and Strategist or something, but we just call him tank, DPS, and healer. Um,
He's also voiced
and
by Sayu, the VTuber, also like really well known voice actor for
yes,
anime and games.
yeah. Um, he also has like his abilities include like upgrades. So he
Yes.
has like the further you get into a match, he has a little like comic book, and you can like upgrade specific abilities and stuff. It's kind of neat. You
Yeah,
can
and his
swap
weapons
between
actually become golden like when they're top tier.
yeah, you can swap between your gun, your swords, kind of like blade. So it's sort of like if this like Smash Bros be like an Echo Fighter sort of kind
Hmm.
of blade. But yes, his different moveset and everything was kind of different. When I played this with Hikaru last Friday on my Twitch channel, which you should follow towards the TVS of any tuber, um, I played a lot of Vanguard Deadpool because my main in Marvel Rivals is Venom. Venom is my main. He's great. Got a thick booty. Uh, I like him because he's a really good tank, and he can just dive in and do a bunch of weird shit. And he also has a really good shield ability when you're like running low on health. Pop that shield up, you're unstoppable. He's great. Um, so I'm more used to like kind of getting in the forefront, the front lines, and kind of messing stuff up with other people. So Tank Deadpool is what I kind of gravitated towards the most.
Hmm.
I haven't really messed around with him since, but I'm really excited to see like what his skill ceiling is. I'm sure he's like super busted because like he's all three classes at once. How are we gonna balance that? So I'm excited about the future of the character, and I'm really hoping that Miles Morales gets in.
Yeah.
But I'm also hoping this has been kind of a thing for a while. DC hasn't really done a lot of like
No, they haven't.
quality multiplayer games. Like Multiverses was a thing, and then that got shut down.
Multiverses
Kill the
was a
Justice League
terrible
kind of
idea.
Kill the Justice League kind of sucked because it was a live service game that's shutting down or got shut down.
Hmm. Yeah.
Gotham Knight shut down recently, and I was thinking about picking that up. But I guess I can't play anymore because it's shut down now. So I'm kind of wondering, like, will DC have their own like Marvel Rivals competitor?
Yeah, we were talking about that and be like, the only new game coming out is like Legend of the Dark Knight, the Lego game, and it's like, okay, but
That's it.
where's like the other good games? Like the last thing you made was like a VR game, Justice or Suicide Squad kills the Justice League, and then you know, Multiverses sucked ass. Like all these games are really bad. Like we need something that can be like a good competitor to these Marvel games. Marvel is like kicking ass. They
Mm-hmm.
have the Sony games. They have like Marvel Rivals now. They got Marvel Tokon, which we're going to talk about later. Like
Yes.
it's crazy. It's crazy. Like how is DC not picking up like maybe you should make a different type of game or maybe not make a mobile game. Like focus on your game division and make something that's going to like captivate us. Like the only good game series was the fucking Arkham like series for a long time. We haven't gotten like anything quite to that level with any other character, and I think they should focus on that.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of hope that DC really picks up their game with a lot, pun not
Hmm.
intended, of a lot of multiplayer games because Marvel's been knocking out of the park with Rivals. Like there is
Yes.
so Marvel was doing so well with Rivals. They're like actually doing the thing of like making a shit ton of tie-in comics. Like
Yeah,
there is
I was going to say that too.
so
Is
many
that
tie-in comics with
it's
Rivals.
a lot of tying into the comics, and like the certain skins and stuff too are references to like certain comics and whatnot. And it's like, oh,
Yeah, there's an
somebody who wants to like read comics and play games at the same time will love this.
yeah, like there's an Ultimate Wolverine, like Winter Soldier
Yeah,
6160 skin. That's really interesting.
yeah, it's really cool.
Um, I'm kind of hoping that we get like I wouldn't say Injustice 3, but like a DC fighting game or their competitor rivals, like a hero shooter. I'd be down for that. I
Hmm.
want to be Superman.
Why don't they just do a DC? They need to just make this after DCKO. They need to adapt it into a video game. Do that. I mean, they're
Yeah,
basically just like they should have just done that. Been like, okay, DCKO is also coming out alongside the video game, and that would have been cool. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what their process is of thinking is over at that game area. It's
yeah, I
not in the
don't know.
mindset of I want to make money. That's for sure.
But speaking of DC stuff,
Yeah, DC
DCU updates.
is in trouble. Are things gonna come out on time? Gunn's giving us some updates on the different films and whatnot. So first we have James Gunn officially responds to DC rumors, Batman, Wonder Woman casting, Clayface trailer, and more. James Gunn has been active on social media again, giving DC Universe fans a rundown on the latest rumors that have been circulating about the franchise's future. 2026 is another pivotal year for DC Studios, as it will be the franchise's first attempt to launch second tier characters as a major franchise starters. We have Supergirl, which will try to continue the momentum that Superman started. Meanwhile, Lanterns will be taking an HBO prestige series approach to the lore of the Green Lantern Corps. Things will get even wilder with writer Mike Flanagan's Clayface horror movie, which no one saw coming.
Yeah.
However, it's the future of the DCU and the projects that haven't been confirmed that are stirring up a lot of discussion online. Every week seems to bring a new rumor about what is happening with major characters like Batman, Wonder Woman, and Darkseid, as well as who could be playing them. Gunn addresses all that and more quickly and succinctly while stacking some fan engagement points at the same time. DCU Batman and Wonder Woman have not been cast. One fan asked Gunn, "Is it true the actors auditioned for the role of Batman at the end of the 2025? I saw this rumor in my feed." Gunn took a buzzsaw to all the rumors regarding Batman and Wonder Woman's DCU debut, stating, "No, all these rumors of Batman and Wonder Woman auditions are false." He later denies any assertion that he's downplaying the character's relevance and importance to the DCU, saying, "I'm not at all. I think both Batman and Wonder Woman are incredibly important." I mean, yeah, he did kind of like show them like being involved during Creature Commandos. He like hinted at them.
Yes.
So they're around in the world. It's just that we're not getting a focus on them. More
It's probably
updates.
and he said like after
Hmm.
wait no let me read the section because we're gonna read the section.
Yeah, go ahead.
Um so Gunn was writing on threads that someone asked him, "Hey James, so what time this year do you think you'll be like to see Brave and the Bold update?" And Gunn says, "I'm dependent on whether there is an actionable script ready, so there is no way of me guessing this. Also, frankly, we're well into Batman 2, and I wouldn't want to cloud the Bat Sphere until after that. So it really seems like we won't be getting any updates for Brave and the Bold until Batman Part 2 is out.
Okay. So
So,
I want to ask you this. Do
what's up?
you think Robert Pattinson is going to be the DCU Batman?
Realistically, no. Absolutely not.
Really? I want him to be because
I
I
want him in too, but there is no way he's going to be Batman in this.
I think about it though. The Batman and Superman, those movies have so much like similar like vibes to them
I
if you
get
think
that,
about
but
it.
Matt Reeves has specifically said he does not want Robert Pattinson in the DCU. He has
He can
specifically said
say
he
that
wants
all
his
he
own
wants, but
thing.
what's James Gunn gonna say?
Well, there was a video I was watching from Choroboyo17 about like who could play as Batman. He brought up a really
Hmm.
interesting point about like why can't it be Robert Pattinson but a different version of Batman where it's like
Yeah.
maybe some stuff happened in the DCU version, but he's just playing both characters. It will be a little confusing for some people because like, oh, isn't the exact Batman? Because
Hmm.
maybe the trilogy of them dying or something. I don't know. But it would still be good marketing because one, you wouldn't have to go fire the Batman, and two, people recognize, oh, Robert Pattinson's Batman. He's Batman right now. Okay, bring him in.
Yeah.
Perfect. Like it
I
could
think
be
he would
just
just be like so good. Like, why? Why can't we
yeah.
have
I don't
him?
know.
Put him in
Uh,
there.
yeah. I'm not sure. But other updates. We know that Man of Tomorrow announced Lars Eidinger is playing Brainiac, which is
Oh
pretty cool.
yeah, yeah, they did.
Um,
So
they
you got Brainiac
are
confirmed.
they are gonna be according to this pretty much the only major category in the sequels. All these supporting castles will be returning characters of Superman. Gunn said that smaller roles are being casted now. So Superman is able to just be on the DC heroes, so smaller roles are going to be significant additions. We're currently looking at casting a female character in Man tomorrow. My only guess is Scoopers are taking a stab at guessing Wonder Woman. I said yes when he asked if he would throw water on theories that Man of Tomorrow bring in Batman and Wonder Woman. So no, Batman and Wonder Woman are not in Man of Tomorrow, but there's going to be
Hmm.
like I'm assuming he's probably going to bring in other like lesser known characters
Yeah.
in the movie, like he did with Guy
Metamorpho,
Gardner,
Mr. Terrific,
Mr.
Hawk Girl.
Terrific. Yeah, so that could be cool.
Yeah.
You take this last one.
Which one is this?
The Flash one.
The Flash one? Do I have that one pulled up?
You want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't. I was gonna say I
So
don't think I have that on my
the
thing.
last bit of DCU update before we get to the next topic
Oh
is
wait,
that
no, I know what you're talking about now. That
yeah,
people were speculating that Grant Gustin was gonna play him because he's dyeing his hair blonde, and because there was a picture of him next to the Flash poster in his house, and people were like, "Oh, he's gotta be Barry Allen," and everybody's like, "No, yeah, he's not." And Grant
he
even was like,
said
"No, I'm not going to. I would let you guys know."
He said, as anyone that asks me knows, I will always welcome opportunity to play the Flash again. Having said that, my hair is long and blonde for a project that has nothing to do with the Flash and the superhero lol. Love the energy though. I trust him. I don't think it's gonna be a Andrew
Mm.
Garfield thing of like, oh, I'm totally not in the next Spider-Man movie. I think he's
Yeah.
actually telling the truth, but like, it will be interesting to see how DCU brings the Flash back after the
Hmm.
disaster that was the Flash movie.
Ezra Miller.
Um,
Oh my God,
yeah,
the worst thing to ever touch the Flash
Ezra
mythos.
fucking Miller. Yep.
Terrible, terrible person. Fuck them.
Yeah, and the whole I did the only thing I liked about the movie was that Michael Keaton was Batman again. That was cool.
I haven't even watched
That's
it.
I haven't watched it either, but like from what I've seen, he looks cool. He's interesting. Like they got a lot of
Hmm.
stuff right about that from the footage I've seen, but like that's kind of it. Everything else kind of seems like slop slop. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't
Slop, slop.
know. But that's enough DCU updates. Now to MCU updates. There was a
Yeah.
new Doomsday trailer that came out. I think it came out before we recorded the last session, but I kind of want to mention it here because we have all of the announced trailers that usually comes out because all these trailers for Doomsday came out during Avatar Fire and Ash's theatrical run. And usually a movie stays in theaters about 3 to 4 weeks. So we probably will not be getting any more traditionally released via the trailers for the Avatar movie trailers. Because we have the first one was Steve Rogers, which was kind of meh. We had Thor, which is really cool. We had the X-Men, which is great. I loved that trailer so much. And then there was Shuri and the Thing. It was fine. It was really funny how they were talking. She was introducing herself. And I think it was like Shuri from Wakanda, and Thing was like, the Thing from Nancy Street and Third. It's really
Yeah.
funny. But will we see any more future trailers? I kind of think maybe it could be like shadow dropped out of nowhere to like their YouTube because we want to keep the hype up as much as possible for Doomsday, which is coming out in December, I believe. So I think Marvel wants to keep that hype train going because they're really making it to be like this is like the next big thing after Endgame. Like this is the big moment, and it's gonna end in a reboot because we've known for a while that after Secret Wars there was going to be an MCU reboot, which I'm assuming means that like it may be a Crisis of Infinite Earth situation where it's still the same characters, maybe some actors return, but it's like a different continuity. Some characters come back. It's a clean slate. Um, so we may see some more of that. I wouldn't know who else you would see besides maybe like a reveal of Doom himself, but they've really kept it under wraps as to like Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom, what that's gonna look like and everything. I think they want to say that for like the actual movie itself and like show very little of him in the actual trailers. So who knows? Do you think there's gonna be any trailers?
Um, I would hope maybe there's like more, maybe to show off like who or like what's going to happen in the film, you know? Because these are all
Potentially.
teasers. They're not like an actual trailer showing us
I
what's going
feel
to
like there's
happen.
gonna be maybe a full trailer soon, though, instead of the
I f-
teasers.
my whole feelings of this is it's like so weird. This is like the first event movie, really, to happen
In a
because we
while,
haven't
yeah.
gotten Avengers was like the event movie where it was like all the characters met up there, but the last one that we had was Endgame, so it's like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, like all the things in between Endgame to this, like, are those characters gonna show up and like is it gonna be relevant now? Like all the meeting,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know, I don't know. I hope it's good.
But speaking of things this is a weird topic because we were talking about filling in some topics because it's kind of a slow news week,
Hmm.
and you start this. I want you to elaborate on this because I don't know what the fuck this is.
So, this kind of came up because I wanted to touch upon it. I was like, oh, this looks interesting. I follow this account on Blue Sky, which is just a comics covers posting. Like, they only post the covers of like just random comics. And I saw one, and it was just uh Reid Fleming, World's Toughest Milkman. I was like, this is interesting. What is this?
Yeah.
It's a comic about this guy who is pretty much a bully delinquent milkman who does not do his job right and does everything to like the most extreme. Like the most that he gets right with his job is that he like aggressively gives you the milk and like throws it in there. Like in the first issue, he goes up to this lady and he's like, "If you don't pay me 78 cents, I'm gonna urinate in your flowers."
Jesus.
Yeah, but like the cover is like of issue 2 is him like on a crane with his fucking like milk truck flying through the city. I'm like, this is just epic. Um but yeah, like apparently this character is kind of like beloved a little bit in the comic community because he shows up in not only like a Marvel comic but also in a DC comic. So he apparently
Mhm.
showed up in a 1991 issue of Challengers of the Unknown. There was like a poster that somebody had that was like referencing him in a movie, and then in another issue he does he like is in the background or something, and he's doing his famous thing where I was just talking about how he's like, I'm gonna piss on your flowers if you don't give me like this amount of money.
Yeah.
And then in Marvel Comics there was a Defenders comic where he made a cameo where
Mm.
Angel was like, "Oh, well, you got to be tough to be a superhero," and then it cuts to this old man. He's like, "Well, I'm a milkman and I'm tough, and it's supposed to be him. It's supposed to be Reed." And I was like, "What the heck? Why is this guy
Because
showing
it's the
up and
same
everything?"
writer, right?
No, no, it was just like they had him in there for just referencing him. I don't know why. They were just like,
Weird.
we like this guy. But apparently this guy also has like his own website and he still writes stuff and shit to this day. Like, uh, let me find this website.
Is he still
Rifle.
write Reid Fleming
Yeah,
stuff?
let me send you this because you'll think this is interesting. Look at this website.
God, I want to see this because like
Look at this. Deep
raidfleming.com.
Sea Comics. And you can still buy shit here. You can actually get art that is signed by this guy too from this
Birth
site.
announcement. Huh?
Yeah. Birth announcement. So, baby
And
coming,
it's
tell the world. It's alive. It's alive. Drawing by David Boswell. 6 postcards in printed envelope. You can just get some art from him telling people that
weird.
he's just got a bunch of different projects. He's got like a little thing down here for movies and for music. He does like all sorts of shit.
Perpetual calendar.
Oh, this says right here.
What?
Reid Fleming, world's toughest milkman, has inspired many musicians over the decades. Foremost among them is Milk Inc., which in the late '80s created an entire rock opera about Reed. The band will be seen and heard in the forthcoming documentary short film "I Thought I Told You to Shut Up." Here's the opening number
What?
entitled "By a Strange Coincidence." I thought I told you to shut up. Milk Inc. was comprised of Pat Boyle, Ron Richter, Mark Mravik, and Paul Schmidt. Bravo, lads. And I'm not gonna
So
play.
he has like calendars. He has like
Yes, this guy
books
has
you
like
can buy
all
from him
sorts of shit
directly.
from his
You can
website.
get t-shirts of this guy,
Yeah.
greeting cards, prints of like his art, original art.
Hmm.
It's like all sold out of like him drawing things. What the fuck?
I know.
Why
This
is
guy's like
why is
self-made.
that the queen over there? What?
Wait,
Huh?
original in the original art?
Original arts, it is the fourth right down.
What's right?
It's just the queen, right? Does it look like the
That
queen
is the
fucking
queen.
anyone?
What the fuck? And that's like a I don't know who that talk show host is. That is so strange. Why is she like
Movies.
it's so weird?
Movies by David Boswell. Life's Other Mystery. This live action black and white student film was written and photographed by Mr. Boswell with Paul Silva as grip assistant director, prop and general factorum. What? Huh?
See, I originally thought I was going into this being like, oh, I'm just gonna find a comic book writer. I found something more. This man
You
is
can't
like multi-talented.
you can't watch this anymore because
You
I'm
can
hovering
if
my cursor over the box
you
and
go to
it's like
YouTube, you can.
I'll probably search it up. But this website was updated in June 2025.
Yeah,
This hasn't been
of
updated in a
last year.
while.
Well, I mean, yeah.
This guy's so prolific. What the fuck?
Ain't that neat though? He's got like so much shit.
It is very neat. Yes, thank you for sharing this.
Thanks for sharing,
Speaking of neat
bro.
things, our last topic of the day is Marvel Tokon Roster. Now, Reid Fleming better not be on our goddamn list. I will tell you that right
He's
now.
not on mine, but he what should be since he's so tough.
He's like a DLC character,
Yes.
Milkman.
Oh, I forgot to mention Young Animal, which is Gerard Way, the lead singer of My Chemical Romance.
Yeah,
Um, Young
of
Animal
Doomsday.
had an event called Milk Wars, which, in this universe, Superman was a milkman.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know if that is
interesting.
a reference to that, but it was
Not
interesting.
sure. But let's go to our final topic of the day. It's a little bit of a fun topic for us. So Marvel Tokon is coming
Hmm.
out this year, I think it's just
Yes,
2026.
2026 is what it said.
And we only know a select few characters from the roster. Do you have the roster up?
I can pull it up.
Wait, I
Uh,
have it. I have it.
okay.
It's Captain America, Iron Man, Miss Marvel for some reason, Spider-Man, Star Lord for some reason, which I
Because Star
do
Lord
like
and
that.
Miss Marvel are both popular.
Yes, but like it's not people I would my automatically assume is like these are the Marvel characters in a video game. Storm and Doctor Doom and Ghost Rider. It seems like it's the what's his name, Robbie Reyes.
Yes, Robbie
Uh,
Reyes. He's not an actual Ghost Rider. They just call him a Ghost Rider.
yeah, but those are the characters we know so far. And
Hmm.
I did a challenge where me and Hikaru came up
Yeah.
with 8 characters each. So that way it'll be like what a solid like 24, I think it was. Total characters.
Yeah.
This is for base roster. There was some characters that I wanted to put in as like characters that could probably fit better as DLC. We are just tackling the base roster characters.
Yeah.
There is some bias with one of my options, but we'll save that for the last. So I shall start off with Deadpool. It's Deadpool.
Yeah.
He'd be great. He was in MVC3 as a fun character, and he'd be a great addition. He could use his guns, his sword. He'd be like a cool character. He could break the fourth wall a lot. Pretty obvious. What's your first pick?
Mine was Wolverine.
Yeah, you want the X-Men representation in there a
Well,
little
that
more.
and
Yeah.
like this is a Japanese styled game. Like it'd be cool to see him like not only like as Wolverine, but kind of like what if he had his samurai swords instead of his ninja swords? Because he has a certain sword that he carries, the Masamune blade, every now and then. I'd be like, oh, cool. Like that could be like maybe something that he uses. I'd be interested in
Yeah.
that.
The next pick for me is Venom. He's been in a lot of Marvel games. He's a really popular character. He's usually a grappler type character. He's one of my mains when I play MVC2, which I don't really play a ton of, but when I do, Venom is usually on my list. Just a no dot pick for me because like it's Venom. It's gotta be Eddie Brock Venom though. It can't be Mary Jane Venom. It's gotta be Eddie Brock Venom.
That could be a skin. That could be something that you could do. Is
That
it?
could be cool, like the gold plating
Yes, because
Venom.
that suit
Yeah.
actually is so fucking. It's so good.
Mhm.
For my second pick, I chose Ronin. Now it doesn't matter who you want to put in the suit. It could be Echo, it could be Clint, it could be Blade. It could be all of them. That would actually kind of be a neat thing is to mess around with like the identity of who Ronin is in this game. They could all say like different voice lines, be like this person's voice line, this person's voice line, but you don't know who it is until like maybe one part of the game or something. Or
Mhm.
mess around like with the fighting style too, because the with Ronin is a master of like different weapons. So like with a bow, with hands, with swords, like it's so cool. He's it's a neat character because many people have taken up the identity of them,
Mhm.
but I think they would fit for this game.
Yeah. Um, for me, my next pick is Silver Samurai. Like you said, it's made by Arxis. Sword characters, Samurai,
Hmm.
not Samurai Showdown. Oh, Baiken was in Samurai Showdown, so sort of related. Um, it could fit pretty well because I like my sword characters. Also, the Samurai was in NVC2. He has a bit of a history with fighting games, so like sword guy and fighting game, good.
For my third pick, I chose Luke Cage. I want to see Luke Cage fight in a fighting game. I think it would be really cool. He's like an unbreakable skin. He'd be a really hard character to fight. I would like to see like him using his chains and stuff too. That'd be kind of cool.
Hmm.
Mess around with like his look and mess around with his fighting style because he's more like a street fighter. So that'd be kind of cool to bring him in.
Yeah. My fourth pick is Magneto. It's Magneto, dude. He's in like every Marvel fighting game.
Well, that he's just got like a cool move set to be like, oh, I control like the metal around me.
Hmm. I think like you could do some cool like force fueled shit and like electric stuff. It'd be cool. I think so.
Yeah. For my other pick, going alongside Luke Cage, you could definitely put Iron Fist in this game. Iron Fist would work so well. Whether it's Danny Rand or it's the new Iron Fist who was Swordmaster. I think it would be really cool to see either one of them in this game. Uh,
Hmm.
the whole using chi, like that ability would be cool. And I mean, I think we've seen Iron Fist in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, right?
Uh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so it would be really cool to see them, and especially alongside Luke Cage, be like during a story mode or something, be like the heroes for hire, gotta figure out something going on here. But you can't have Luke Cage and Iron Fist separated. You gotta have them like in the same game. I want to
Hmm.
see their bro. I want to see their bro ship go on.
Yeah. Uh, for my fifth pick, it's the Hulk because yeah, it's the Hulk, dude.
The
Grappler
fucking
type
Hulk.
person. He'll be like a. And this is the Arxis developers. You could have a bit of Potemkin action going on there. Super huge dude. I could really see that working out. Yeah.
Yeah. Mine is Daredevil. I mean, he's got the
Yeah.
fucking Billy Club. He's like slick. He's got his radar sense. Like that could be like a counter too. It's like somebody's about ready to attack you, and you use your radar sense to like counter them. That would be actually really sick. Or
Yeah.
maybe somebody has the ability to like uh make the battlefield like hard to see, but then you can use Daredevil to be like counter and like be able to see instead because he's got his extra senses.
That could be a cool counter character. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, my next character is Thanos. Now you could do this in one of two ways. You could either have the Infinity Gauntlet or not have the Infinity Gauntlet. He has worked with both. Because MVC2 had him in there, and I don't think he has the Infinity Gauntlet. So like, cool stuff. Again, I picked a lot of
Hmm.
just like a history with like the MVC franchise and stuff like that. So like, I could see him in there. And you could take some stuff like MVCI with the Infinity Stones, kind of work that into his moveset. That's it, but
Yeah.
like, it could be cool.
My other person that I picked is Black Knight because it'd be kind of cool to see like an Arthurian mystical character in this game and somebody who uses swords. You could also maybe mess around and be like, oh, he can like call in a horse or something like that to like attack you or something like that. It'd be really cool to see a character like that in the midst of like all these characters that are modern day.
Mhm. And then my next pick, my second to last one for me, is Doctor Strange. Magic dude could do a lot of stuff with magic based abilities. Um, I could see working on maybe like a bunch of like multiple arm shit because he does have like some of the comics and of course and
Hmm.
Infinity War. I have Agamotto powers as well. Could be neat. It could be like really interesting. He could also maybe like glide with his bag or with his cloak. Be cool.
Yeah. For mine, my second to last one, I have Thor, but not regular Thor. Jane Foster Thor. I think it would be
Yeah.
really cool to see her in a game, like show like some actual representation of her and like some big media. Like I mean, we saw her in the Love and Thunder movie, but I mean, not
Yes.
a good amount of her. So I think it would be really cool to see like a pure pulled from the comics version of her fighting against these characters.
Mhm. And then my final pick, I'm biased. I pick Miles.
Yeah, of course you did.
I have to, right? It's Miles. Like he's probably a DLC character, but I don't care. Miles.
Mhm. Well, I think that they should really pull from that Ziggler run and like mess with the powers that he has now with the electricity and everything. I think that would be
Yeah,
cool.
that'd be great, but like Miles would be a great fit. I don't care where he's in base or DLC. Because an honorable mention I will mention is Shimogorath. I love Shimogorath, but I think he'd be a little bit too big of a deep cut to put
Yeah.
in the base roster. Whereas with Miles, I don't know. I don't like shipping with Miss Marvel, but they do have synergy together in like some of the comics. So like,
Yeah, because they were on the Champions and they were also on the Avengers.
yeah. So like, That could be cool, but
That would
like
be cool.
I just want him in the game because I love Miles Morales. I
Uh,
am biased, though I will admit that.
yeah. And then for my final pick, I put She-Hulk, but specifically from the Planet She-Hulk like
Yeah,
era. That'd be cool. Seeing her in like that garb and then with a big giant fucking sword too. We need more big ladies with big swords. That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
So it'd be cool to see that.
But that will be about it for the topic and for the episode.
Yeah.
Kind of a big one because there's
There was a
a lot
lot
of
of
comics
news
moving
and a lot
over.
of comics, yeah.
And that's not going to be different for next week because we have a ton of new stuff coming out next week.
Yeah, we do.
For my pull list, I'll go over the stuff from Marvel really quick. So for me, I'm pulling Miles Morales Spider number 42, which I am so sad it's ending, but like I have to. I have to read it. I have to. It's Miles. It's the end of the Miles run. And we will talk about a specific Miles related subject next week about who may be the next Miles. I just look forward to that. Uh, we got Iron Man number one, the Joshua Williamson written series. I'm a huge fan of his Superman run,
Hmm.
so really excited to see where that goes. I'm also going to be pulling Sorcerer Supreme number two. Really really like Scarlet Witch. She hot, ooh woo, and I think there's gonna be some cool stuff relating to like her being the Sorcerer Supreme and like the sort of like responsibility she has or whatever. And then the last Marvel issue I have is the N29 number two.
Nice.
Miles is in it. That's really it. I thought the first issue was fine, but like anything with Miles in it, I gotta read. And then for DC, I'm pulling like mostly everything they're releasing. So all the Absolute series, so Batman, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, all those are coming out next week. Really excited about that. Absolute Batman specifically is the end of the crossover with Batman and Wonder Woman. So really excited where that goes. Oh, and Absolute Fast as well. Detective
Nice.
Comics 1105. Been really enjoying Tom Taylor's current Detective Comics run. It's about like he's infected with a virus and like he has to find out a cure for it and discovering it's like really big conspiracy, but like he's fighting the virus so much that he overstayed his like quarantine time. He has to be quarantined. So he made like this new Batman with like a gas mask, which is really funny. Uh
Nice.
Superman number 34 is a DCKO tie-in. So we're excited to see where that goes. Uh And then the final DC comic I pulled is DCKO. The Kids Are All Fight special. Cassandra Cain is in there, and John Kent Superman, and a bunch of kid characters. So she's basically babysitting all of them.
Nice.
What about you?
For me, I I looked at my regular pull list and it's all DC. It's literally all DC next week.
Yeah. What do
It's
you have pulled?
I have the next part of the Absolute Wonder Woman and Batman crossover.
Yep.
So that's gonna be awesome. Absolute Martian Manhunter,
Hmm.
DCKO, the kids are all fight. DC Supergirl Next Door #1, and then Superman #34. And then I will
Nice.
probably also read the DCKO Flash tie-in.
Yeah.
And then what else is coming out? The new Iron Man #1 by Joshua Williamson's coming out, so maybe I'll read that
Yeah, I'm pulling that as well.
because that seems interesting. He's
Yeah.
writing Superman, and then he'll be writing Iron Man.
Yes. That's what I'm excited to see because like Josh Williamson hasn't really written a bad thing from what I've read. So like
Hmm.
hopefully see what happens with him. Because I remember reading the last Iron Man volume. It was kind of lackluster. I didn't really like it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem
So I'm
like there's
excited to see.
too much coming out. Like, there's a lot from DC, but not a lot from Marvel that I'm interested in. So,
Yeah, Marvel hasn't really had a lot of good output lately, but DC's been killing it.
well, I think this is the end of the month too, so then it's like there's not a lot of stuff coming out near the end of
That's true.
this.
But DC's, I have most of my pull list being DC,
Yeah,
so that's
yeah,
gotta say something.
same.
Yeah?
So I'm interested to see how everything goes. Next week's the week after that's also got some good shit too.
Mhm.
So Lots of
Yeah,
good
I think
stuff.
that about does it. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Like we covered everything.
super long episode, but we'll be back next week to talk
Yeah.
about even more of this shit.
Yeah, go follow us on our socials, which you can find in the description of every episode.
Yes, and we're also VTubers who stream, so make sure to
Yes.
follow us on Twitch as well.
Yeah, we're doing all sorts of things. I'm playing Dispatch right now on my Twitch channel. I'm having so much
And
fun with it.
you are joining me for some Marvel and DC NES games.
Yes, this coming
Uh,
Monday.
I put in the Superman or Sunman game that I
Yeah.
put a ROM hack on it that turns him into Superman because there was really gonna be a Superman game, a Superman 2 movie tie-in, I believe. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, thank you all for watching.
All right. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye.